Yo, I'm here. Oh, you walked in already. Oi. Yo, I'm back.
Hey, my Linkin Park joke went overhead.
Oh dang, what was it? Recap.
That one was...
Something about like what he's done and
Oh, hold on,
he'll
wait,
have to face
we'll rewind
himself.
it, man. I'm gonna have to remember what I did last week as far as like picking out new abilities for my guy.
What I've done.
I'll face myself. Good. Where's the recap?
I thought
Wait
you were
for
doing
intro.
that.
Lancer.
Pull that.
Oh, I took the second level of Heavy Gunner. That's what it was.
Last time. Wait, what? When was it?
Waiting on Nitro.
Parco. No. Wait, what? No,
We're
that was
waiting on
before.
John.
Yeah, I know.
Not listening in. He's not listening to him.
I think this is the beginning of the previous session. Okay.
Let me get my
Might still be
journal.
biased, but hey, get your numbers ready, boy.
Oh,
You're
sure. I was looking for him earlier. I don't think there's a list, but
Oh, and I took more hit points on my mech. That's what I did. Man, my mech is beefy now. 19 hit points.
Whoa.
oh, I figured out why. That's so funny. Hey, there's a reason why there aren't a lot of numbers right now. I'm not gonna
There
tell you what it
aren't?
is, but there's a reason.
Of course.
There's a reason to what?
What if they were just always there, like the score of like the baseball game or something this week? He's just reading the list down of the scores, but there's no games going on.
What is this Nat Geo symbol doing here?
Nat Geo.
Or is it History Channel? I don't know. I don't remember. Which one is this?
That was when people were experimenting to make their circle.
Sounds like they did a great job.
Yeah. Someone made a square. Ewok.
I don't know
not
what you're talking
pointing.
about. Could be any yellow. I am a sunflower. That's clearly goldenrod.
What is this?
That's where Graves
Oh,
blew up.
wait, yeah. It looked like a pile of goop.
King Graves. Which one are you?
King.
Come on, bro. Why is it so hard?
Hey, I feel you. I feel. I got 2 NPCs in the game IDM that, for some godforsaken reason, I put in the same team, and they got like basically the same name, and I keep mistaking those two, and it's awful.
But Graves like Gob and King like England.
Like Kingland.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I'll remember.
Sure.
Well, that great comic book series called Kingsman, which is great. You should definitely not watch it ever.
Okay. I won't.
Oh, I watched the movie. It sucks.
Can I get like
But it's very
2
British.
D6s? Just put like permanently.
Look at this guy. Hey, I want one
Thanks,
too.
that's-
If he's gonna have 2.
Yeah, I want.
Yeah, if
special
he gets
my own
two.
dice.
You're welcome. Say thanks.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Color 10.
Take them on because
Hey.
he deleted them before I could get
Hey.
mine.
Yeah, hey, come on. Give me that back.
There's two
color
more
coding
over
that.
here on the side of the board.
I'm doing art. How do I spin the?
Oh yeah, dude, check this out. Let me find it. You know how you were making magic card things when we were playing
you
Magic?
talking to me?
Yeah.
I was never making magic cards, but
No, like designs and stuff. Look, go look at Maxine
Structures.
real quick. See Maxine?
Okay. Yeah. Is she gonna transform into a magic card? Wait, what is this? What? This looks like a Space Invaders kind of thing.
Ah,
It's a card bot.
Card
Oh
bot?
shit! You remember we were making a mech out of cards?
Oh!
That's just in tabletop.
Crazy.
Cool. I thought you made it.
No, it's just here.
Cool.
Oh, can I get a D6 that starts on 0? Can I get a D7 that starts on 0, actually?
What?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Well, it starts on 0 and it counts up to 6. I need something that starts at 0.
I
Why?
thought it started with one thing. I don't know why.
Come on, 7.
Ooh, 9.
Ooh, 9. 9's the point.
He fails, by the way.
Oh, can I do that again? There we go. No, pick them both up.
Oh!
Come on, what is going on with that dice? What is that?
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
was-
on the,
I was
it's on the tilted
looking-
thing.
Great.
5. 5 does not win.
I was looking at cool ways to roll dice, and the hospital was one of them because
go
I
with
could
it.
just drop the die over here and it would slowly
I'm
trickle
trying to.
down.
Well, let me. There we go.
Got to reselect because you're holding on to it, yeah.
Whee. Oh,
Ooh, 12 would be a crap out.
Yeah, called it. I win.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
I don't see no don't pass line.
I just did. I'm going bowling.
Look, I'm still reliving my craps glory days. Okay.
Okay. 7.
Yeah, that 7. No, wait, that's the first roll. That's a winner on the come out.
oh, right.
Seven.
7.
Oh, see, look, I just won twice.
Listen here, hot hands. 7.
7?
Come on, that's got to be rigged, right?
Yeah.
No way. There is no rigging. 10.
Yeah, 10 that time. The point would be 10. That would not count
Throw them. Oh.
because they landed off the table. 5. Who bets on 5? Nobody covers 5. Degenerates cover 5.
For it.
6, that'd be a win.
Your win was
Yeah,
10.
10, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. That's a win right there. That's like,
It's like an extra win.
yeah.
What are you doing? Why? I don't even use that.
What? That's how you play craps. I
No,
mean,
he's
assuming you
stealing
cover
pieces
pieces
deals.
from his.
He was messing with my dice, so I sabotaged him.
You nerds and your color-coded dice.
Well, that makes sense.
Let me bring all my supplies.
My dice is the coolest.
Don't change it to
Don't act like
0.44
you
Magnum
don't
because
have
then
a
it.
giant dice bag somewhere on your bookshelf.
More than a. That.
Previously on Lancer.
Actro's here.
Is he?
But we don't know if he can hear.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
He's here, he said he's
Previously.
here.
It's Street,
Okay.
by the way.
Right. Yeah. I got the memo.
All right.
Shall we?
Ooh, yeah.
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
if it's gonna be a good one either, because last time was like very grave centered. This time might be the same. I don't know. I don't
Oh, that's
remember what I
fine.
wrote.
I'll rate you with this dice. We'll see if it goes up or down.
No, my car. Previously on Street, May 12th, we received a call from HQ to the conference room in the labs. There, Lieutenant Commander Morissette and Max from the R&D team received us, where Max started to babble about some theoretical mathematical mumbo-jumbo. I smiled and nodded the whole time, but I honestly had no idea what she was talking about. Max did say that we are setting up several beacons that will hold the portals open for probing and scanning its insides. That's promising, but also scary, as it could pose a risk to the entire operation, Street, and the world as a whole. Graves went to the gym for the first time ever. Oh yeah, since joining Street, and possibly for the first time ever. He got in contact with Hugo to find a discreet trainer to get him started without the shame of being seen, not knowing how anything works in a gym, especially given his position in the military. Soto went to the library to investigate Max's grandfather and his contributions to the theory Maxine was pondering about that day. I keep saying Max, but Maxine would be better because Max is the grandfather, isn't it? Anyway. Then came the portal and sunset, with all beacons already in place. A giant, elephant-like mammoth creature thing emerged from it, trampling away. Our fight had begun, with the final goal of securing the area and allowing the portal to remain open for studies. The elephant was a force of nature, thrashing around, stomping on everyone, and me included, and throwing King around like a rag doll with its trunk. It was a difficult fight, and the drones that went in the portal reported an apocalyptic amount of rifters running in our direction, and the portal itself couldn't be shut down due to some cable being cut for some reason. So our objective changed on the spot. We had to destroy the beacons in order to shut down the portal. Doug saved my ass from one huge attack using his mech's shield generators and whatnots. I don't know the details. He's an oddball, but a reliable one for sure. We eventually why am I saying like that? We eventually managed to destroy the beacons and kill the elephant, but it was a dirty job. We managed to have no casualties with evac notices, but still. Soto was extremely close to the blast radius, and I still shot the apocalypse rail. Dun dun!
Dun dun.
I think that's it, right?
Seems right.
No mention of me.
Yeah.
Great, love it.
Like I said.
Sweet, love it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of like Doug hug stuff going on.
King was there too.
Pink blue. Yeah, nothing happened over here at the other beacon. It just went off in its
Yeah.
own right.
Yeah. So yeah. Additional details. Let's see. I feel like you covered most of it.
Why did my dice get big?
There was a lot of bullets going into the portal and around the portal occasionally.
Yeah.
Yep.
So hey, what's
The medical
it's
team
friendly
died,
fire?
I think.
No, they didn't.
What
No.
died?
The windows all got
Oh.
blown out and stuff.
Just
They
half
have
the crew then.
they have
just
not been
like in Grey's
assessed
Anatomy.
yet.
Yeah, they're all blind from glass shards in the hospital.
Yeah. Every person in there is just messed up. So that's where we are in time. Exactly at this point, the mammoth has already died. The first beacon was exploded. The second beacon was exploded. The portal shut. And the day was saved. But also, at what cost? After the fighting ends, the recovery begins, of course. The people roll up in the giant trucks to get rid of the body, and the I guess the same scenario that happens every single time begins of like setting up for funerals and, you know, debriefing and all of that stuff. But I know we want to work on like how we deploy and stuff like that. So we should do that, I think, in like a debriefing meeting. Which, where would that occur that's not messed up currently?
The library's probably got some meeting rooms.
Yeah, the library or the gym, I guess. Let's see. I'll just roll this. All right, library it is. That's a 1.
Whew. If I saw my secret trainer in there, it could be awkward.
Someone pick me up.
Yeah, y'all get the comms to debrief at the library. Jeeps roll up to pick up the king, and Soto's already in a jeep. I just don't know where your tiny thing is to take it off the board. But the big ones, yeah, the big ones come over here. Yeah.
I think you're in Jones's seat.
Board's not very clean. I don't see. Am I missing Doug's giant head? Oh, it's flipped over here.
Wow, you can't say it's giant head. What the heck?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, cool. So at this meeting, you know, Commander Hints is probably at this one because it's a recap of like something very important. As everyone's seated and stuff, he walks in. Also, there's snacks and drinks because there's gonna be snacks and drinks everywhere, just in case y'all need it. By the way, but otherwise, he walks in, and you don't have a group name still, so I don't know what he calls you.
The street.
Yeah, no, everything is the street. You can't be everything.
Jones, we need a team name. We still didn't settle one.
Oh no.
Yeah, Jones happens to be there researching, and he like pokes his head in. He's like, "What about?"
Team.
What'd you say?
The street team.
What about the street team?
Wait, Doug just said that like a second ago.
No, it's in my notes here. It's in my notes.
Yeah, we did. We called something else the street team a while ago because it was funny to me because who actually has street teams anymore?
Street Team 6.
What about group of
Group. Great.
5?
Awesome.
Because there's 5 of you.
That's gonna be really awkward if one of us dies.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What about
the Pentagon.
Okay.
I'm just
5,
throwing things
5.
out there since that's what we're doing right now.
Commander Henson slams his hand down on the desk. He's like, "Jones, get out of here. This is a meeting. This is very important." Jones leaves. And Commander Henson says, "What are the reports from the field? What happened out there?"
It was a shit show.
They didn't develop a off switch for these brand new technology.
We had the
Insane.
off switch in OS.
Why didn't anybody flip it then?
The portal cut through the connectors.
Redundancy cables or connectors, maybe? That could be a thing that could be looked into.
The redundancy was built into power generation. We thought that protecting anyone who happened to go in, if that were the case, was more important necessarily than being able to control it at OS. But
I read in
Mhm.
I read in the history books that ancient people used to have this little thing that they would have that they just held in their hand to turn their car on before they left the house.
Uh-huh.
We should invest in something like that, like some type of wireless technology where the button doesn't have to be wired into it.
Well, of course, but what if something comes through that disrupts that?
Well, that's why you have fail-safes.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Technology aside, we specifically Maxine's team will be working on the next iteration, safer, better, potentially located in an appropriate area, better.
Right.
It better be.
Well, is that still the goal? I mean, we were shooting through the portal. Well, one of us was shooting through the portal, and it didn't look like there was a lab or anything through there, or any kind of anything we could harness or use. It just seemed like a lot of bad guys coming our way.
That is true. We're reviewing all the data and footage from all of the drones that we had positioned just outside. Early information makes it seem like it's just a wild landscape on the other side. There was no visibility of human structures. Doug?
Hi. Yeah. Doug here. Hey, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Next time the portal opens, you know what we should do?
We're not planting
We
okra
should send
in there.
no. We should send a nuclear bomb through.
What I said last time.
That is what he said. Yeah, I mean, it's a good
I'm
idea.
just. It's a great idea, which that guy said. I forgot his name. I'm having a really bad time in my memory.
Marco.
Said
Parco.
I'm just. Parco, sorry. No one ever mentions his name, actually. No one ever says Parco. Maybe that's why. But I'm just, off of his idea, I think we should maybe send a couple. Maybe just like a drone, through or something with a nuke, couple nukes, and then close the portal.
Drones we sent through, we lost contact with as soon as the portal was shut off. Again, that information we're still reviewing. We sort of sent them out in a scatter direction away from the portal. Additionally,
what if I went through the portal?
Well, that's the thing. We need to test. We need to do tests before we send live subjects through. This was our first test, and we did gain a lot of knowledge and information, even though it was almost catastrophic. There were some gains.
I'm not really alive, am I? So I can go through.
You're definitely alive,
Not really
Doug.
alive?
Oh.
Do you want to go to the doctor?
No,
Are
I've
you
been there
feeling
today.
ill?
No, I was there today. I go there every morning, actually.
For
Right.
mental checkups.
Oh no, I go to the cafeteria for food.
We do have a soldier's mess that you are welcome to go
Oh
to
no,
as well.
the food is way better there,
Oh,
though.
okay, yeah.
Everyone knows
he thinks hospital food
a
is
lot better.
yeah.
It's usually pretty good. I have my own room, so I just check myself in and I get the good stuff.
Right.
Additionally,
So if we send a couple nukes through.
the reason we haven't done
And
that
myself.
previously is because the portals, at
I'm the
least
fail-safe.
worldwide, are unreliable to predict. So now that we have Street, we can predict them more readily, but we have not exploded the other side, as it were, or sent any ordinances because we simply don't know what's over there. It could be an entire civilization. It could be nothing. We don't know what will happen also if we explode something over there and bring it back here, or if it will bounce back here, for example.
Why don't you send that Dr. Lerman?
Yes, Dr. Lerm has said several times that he is willing to go. He's also occasionally said he's from there. These are conflicting stories that I don't think are reliable, but the science, at least, that he's providing is sound.
Maybe that's
No,
why
good
they're
point.
back. They're here is that they want him, and we have to send him back.
Do you really believe that?
Right.
Well, we could try
Oh, you
it out. What's
Like
the
one of those
biggest?
scenarios where you take an egg back from the alien planet because you think it's normal, and then all of a sudden all the aliens are attacking you because you took their baby.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably one of those Neopets.
It's highly unlikely that Dr. Lerm is an alien baby from another planet or universe that we need to return.
How do you know? How do you know I'm not?
Back on the nuclear strike topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is another threat I think you haven't noticed as well. Is if you do nuke the other side, even if you're successful, if the portals keep opening, you'll just be opening radioactive hellscapes in the middle of cities and populations.
Also true. Assuming they are
How do we?
all in the same place.
That's what I was gonna say. Is how do we even know it's like the same world when it opens each time?
Doesn't need to be the same world every time. It needs to be that same place once at least. Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we just wait till the next one opens and look through it and see if it looks the same?
Yeah, but my point is it could not be the same for 20 times, but on the 21st time it is the same. You've got radiation pouring through into your city.
Oh.
Yeah. Seems like we should focus on like closing them.
Yes. That is still the goal after this test.
After we keep them open, yeah.
Well,
Wait, so we're not keeping them open anymore?
the goal was to stop the invasions and to learn about them. Opening them brings us, or keeping them open brings us closer to understanding how to permanently stop them, for example, or whatever the reason is behind them opening. Keeping them open allows us to learn more about it.
So it's a trade-off. Risk versus benefit.
Of course.
Have you guys ever seen that movie Independence Day?
No.
I don't know if
No.
it's so, if there's. Oh well,
Watch
I'm old
movies.
enough to know what that movie is. It was on the reruns back in the day. It was always on. It was just it's one of those movies that was on, and then you just watch it. Okay. Well, there was this part where there's the lady who was like standing up on this building, and all these aliens come, and she's like, take me. I think that might be me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Doug.
There are a lot of theories right now.
Now, I understand that the brainstorming, you can't really shut down theories or ideas, but I mean,
It is highly unlikely that Doug or Dr. Lerm are an alien egg baby.
Can we scan me?
Based almost entirely on the sentences you just said, where you're old enough on this planet to have seen some ancient movie,
But
chances are
those that could have been implanted in me.
oh yeah.
Memories.
Yep.
They can do that. They can implant
They?
false memories into you,
Who's they?
What?
just like I said.
I mean,
So-
this is opening up a lot of conversation about.
True.
Doug, we aren't even sure there's
But I
actually a
don't wanna talk
civilization
about-
over there.
No, right?
Sorry.
philosophically,
They're coming through. There must be something there.
either we are experiencing Descartes' demon or Putnam's brain in a vat, or we're not. That is neither here or there. But scientifically, we are experiencing portals and monsters coming through. So that must be our focus. We can wrestle with solipsism at a later date.
What if we created a gun that could open these portals? Oh, so there's a
Call it
cat
a portal
that is
gun.
like around here that's being very loud.
I don't hear it, Doug.
Yeah. Okay. It's just maybe in my vicinity. You're over there. It's over here.
Doug,
Okay, Doug.
stop
You're like
looking out the
across
window.
these
We're focused on, well,
15-foot
you look where you
table.
need
I
to.
mean, maybe if you were closer to us.
Doug,
I mean, the table was what, like 20, 30 feet long. And the
Attention span really hasn't become.
Doug.
It hasn't been an issue.
Most
that
of the
was
cats
solved
got
by our
blown up.
generation.
It's a shame
charcuterie
that-
board across the whole entire table.
Charcuterie board.
We
Well,
picked-
anyway, we have another important issue to discuss. I think it was the matter of transportation around street.
Yes. The tube system, we feel, does work very well. It has been built into Street. It's efficient at getting your devices to you, but not efficient at bringing you back or bringing you to the incursion.
It makes more sense if the tubes send them to where the incursion's at, and then we get brought to where they're at.
Okay.
Or we could just have trucks. Go old school.
We can do one of two things. That's true so far. We can position sort of depots around Street, and then when you have entered your mech, you can hop onto a truck and be transported, or we can take the unpiloted mechs to where the incursion is occurring, but we would risk you on the way there and also it without being piloted. But that is also an option.
I raise his hand.
Doug.
Yeah, I have a idea
Okay.
here.
Let me
What
cut
if-
you off. We're not going to drop you out of space.
No, please. not out of space, out of
okay.
the sky. What if we put some parachutes on the mechs? You shot us out of a cannon, and then we parachuted down.
The
And that would give us
size.
the opportunity to
I had the
to
fly
and then
jets on
use
that.
the thrusters on our mechs to pilot maybe on top of the Neopet or around it. You know, if we want a good precision drop.
And be sitting
No.
ducks in the sky.
Yeah, no, I had those jets on my one version of the mech, and it wasn't that fun because you remember I had to find a spot to land every couple seconds.
Well, I mean, you'd be parachuting out, you know, and I feel like, you know, if you were good enough, you could, you know.
And if you did land on the creature, you'd be like trying to wrestle a wild hog or something. It'd just kick you off and crush you.
Well, no, I mean, if either me or Parko got on, we could stabilize on top of the mech, and we wouldn't be thrown off.
What if it rolled over?
We can't. We'll be okay. It's okay.
So you'd be
Right.
like energy pimples on it.
Okay.
So what? What would you do
Right.
then?
Another suggestion is,
What?
since you've got the tube system already, you convert it to moving us around quickly. You can deploy basically not a real mech, but just sort of a tube that we can get into. Use your tube system to get us as close as possible to the incursion and get our mechs then to us as well.
How much damage do you think it would do to the mech if you fired the tube with us at it at the Neopet?
It doesn't have thrust like that. It's more like hyperrail underneath and elevators where they are deployed.
I mean, past civilizations have built giant cannons, so
Well, sure. I mean, you all are piloting giant cannons, technically, but
I mean, if I was in a giant cannon and I was,
You
being
know you would
launched-
take damage.
also true.
Yeah, I know exactly. I would just, you know, I'm curious about, you know, possibly how much that would do to the mech, and also what happens if I fired my gun while in the air while at it at speed, or I fired my gun backwards. There were a lot of math that's going to go into.
The
I
physics
fired
of
my
that.
gun backwards. Where I
Rocket
slow
jump.
down and then, you know, yeah. With the bullet slow down. With the bullet
Okay,
drop.
we're gonna put that at like a 2% probability. The other three options probably much higher at 30%ish. You're welcome to, I guess, choose which deployment method you want. Converting the tubes would be probably a lot more work.
I mean, you would just make shell mechs that we could
Right.
just be in and be safe for in there.
Yeah, we'd have to convert
if-
the practice mechs into
Sure.
transport mechs. We
Shouldn't
can.
be too hard
Okay.
based off of the
Uh,
charcuterie board here.
Our 3 options are deploy you to your mech and then transport you by truck with your mech. Maybe a little slower than shooting you out of the sky or something. Deploying the mech and deploying a vehicle for you to take you to the mech, and putting your I guess deploying your mech without a rider again and using the rail system to transport you in a standalone sort of protection mech to get you to
How many
first
your...
options
option-
are there again?
How many what?
How many options in total? That we have like car,
Well,
rail.
in total there are
Sky.
4, I guess, but 3 that seem viable.
Of the first
Walking.
viable one, that
Regular
would be
walking.
the longest. Okay. Walking is not. No, we're not gonna.
Walking has not seemed beneficial.
Holding it by hand with a rope.
I think that the first the one where we deploy to the mech and then the mech is deployed on the truck. It might be slower, but we are in the mechs. It's the safest option of us not
What
being
if we put-
separated.
The truck
Yeah, I guess
on
that
the
makes
rail
sense.
system, and then at the rail depot, we'll get off and put the truck on, and then we'll get there.
Look, I'm just saying the Voltron system where we're currently getting shifted to our mech and then it comes out of the wilderness and we gotta run 5 miles is not working.
Right.
Just waiting until
Well, that we all agree.
my mech converts itself into a car, and then I can drive the car there. And then once I get there, the mech turns back.
That's
from the car into
ludicrous.
the
That-
robot.
That makes no
So
sense.
why this can't be invented? We have all these other systems. You're making portals out of thin air.
We're not making the portals.
Kind of seems like it. I think it's
No.
an inside job now. The more you
Okay,
talk,
Okay.
Maxine's in on it.
Thank you for your system of checks and balances, Doug. So if everyone's in agreement, then we'll deploy your mechs to you still with the tube system, and then we will transport you by heavy truck, and we'll get some better vehicles, hopefully, that can transport them faster.
Right.
Right?
Brilliant.
Any other
If you could.
upkeep things involved?
My mech blew up.
Yeah, I did too.
Yes, we did notice that. We always have some basic frames in reserve, so the R&D team will begin working on those. You're welcome to work on your mech with the R&D team, or you can just let them build your mech again, or if you have input or something, you can work with Maxine and the team, or if anyone else has input, you're welcome to work on that as well. Would you prefer that the mechs be more centrally located no matter what? We do have the capabilities to convert portions of the middle of street into the mech facility, or at least a secondary mech facility.
I think you should seize Doug's field, actually. It's in a pretty strategic position, I think.
I do agree with the central position, not necessarily the field,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I think
Maybe the
it's better for us to
destroyed cat
be.
sanctuary.
There's been a couple of times where we've been trapped in civilian areas and potentially drawing attention where we shouldn't be.
Yes.
I
Okay.
was joking about that.
That was really insensitive.
Oh, but
You
I
know what
do-
he's like about his field.
I do have one thing to suggest, though. I see like there's a potential crisis moment in which we have very few mechs remaining, and another attack occurs, and we have no backup. So I don't know how financially capable we are as a program, as Street as a whole. But I would see with my family, see if they could invest in a few backup mechs so that we are not caught with our pants down, so to speak.
Of course, that's always a risk. Pretty much everyone at Street is aware of that risk as the last bastion of protection of the world and last large city. The issue with mech production is more based around time, not necessarily resources. While I do appreciate your involvement in our back operations, really technicians and engineers and scientists working on creating these devices is the slowdown point.
And we can't recruit anymore because there are no one left.
Right. We have the best minds from around the world, but they, of course, have to be willing. It's not like we're forcing people to work here. It's just we pay for or facilitate transport from anywhere in the world. We have recruiters going nonstop, bringing people here who are willing to join the fight and join the cause.
Right. Well, I suppose that it is how they say 9 women can't make a baby in a month. So
I'm shocked that didn't come out of Doug's mouth.
what? Have you guys never heard of that?
No.
That must be a very old phrase.
Yeah, that's just, it's a really old
No, I see.
saying around here.
9
Yeah,
men
you know,
can't
think
my
make a
family
baby in a
sometimes
month.
have
like
these.
that.
Families sometimes have traditions and all. I must have heard that from an old member of mine.
What?
What? Can you repeat that? Because I didn't get it.
Well, 9 women can't make a baby in a month, which is just to speak or to say that you can't rush some things. Some things are unrushable. And no matter how many people you
9
throw at a
women.
problem, it has a limit.
A baby in a month.
Oh, you like that? Are you taking notes there?
No, I don't. It doesn't make sense to me personally.
So, Doug, when a man and a woman,
yeah, but 9 women can't make a baby in a month.
yes, because it takes 9 months
Right.
normally. They're saying you can't just throw more people at the issue to speed things up.
Well, technically, this day and age, we can because
It's an old
We're gonna
saying.
break
Doug.
into Doug's orca farm, and it's gonna be like.
Well,
9
how old are
women
you
hooked up to
then?
a
That doesn't make
machine
sense.
that's growing like one super
if you
baby
haven't
a
heard
month.
of Independence Day, how have you heard of that phrase?
He's from
Like
old
I
money.
said, old money, old family.
You just
It's-
Well,
Seinfeld.
then some of you in your family probably heard of
No.
Independence Day, and they probably talked about great speeches and how some lady stood on the top of the first interstate bank and wanted to be taken by the aliens.
Sorry, I don't
He's-
follow.
again,
I'm sorry
he's
you feel
rich.
so distressed about it.
Well,
His
9 men
family's rich.
can make a baby in a month because it's goddamn called science.
Okay. Okay.
It's 2072 or whatever year.
Let's
it
leave
is.
the
I don't
meeting
even
there,
know
if that's
anymore.
okay, Commander.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm going to go and talk to the mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Gattaca.
Okay, now he's just saying words.
Gattaca. You ever heard of that? You see that one of the reruns? Oh, you know
I'm
what?
more of a
Here's
virtue
phrase for
guy. I
you.
don't watch movies.
Here's a phrase for you. I'll catch you on the rerun.
Right.
Yeah, nobody watches Jude Law movies.
So, from this meeting, probably
Someone
the
else
next
took it.
day. Let me get rid of all this stuff real quick. Or the stuff that's not necessarily.
Ethan Hawke.
Eraser? Click. Uh-oh.
I think it should be eraser.
Yeah, I couldn't target my lines for some reason.
Oh.
Oh, I have to figure out where they are, I guess.
Got it.
Anything else weird? I'm gonna. Well, the
let me-
apocalypse crater's probably gone. They probably filled it in.
The first one, right? Yeah.
Can't get rid of this text.
I'll get rid of it. I'll get rid of it. I got
Well,
it.
I thought I could erase it, but okay.
No, you got to delete text.
Crazy sauce.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
I don't think I still have the.
Okay. We're not using the cannon.
Douche.
Testing it.
Holy shit.
Okay. Okay.
Look at the elephant.
I got the
Oh,
elephant
it's
stuck on the freaking thing. Ah, there we go.
gone.
Oh, it's because it doesn't lift anymore. Ah, shoot.
Oh, right.
How do I auto raise? There we go.
Good times. Oh, look, a tiny Soto here.
Oh yeah.
This out of
Where's
the
the
way.
tiny king? Short king. Where's the short? Oh, here you go.
Short king. Yeah.
Spotlight.
Oh, there's tiny Parko too.
The next day, there's probably a funeral or something like that. For several individuals who were under the space right here.
Okay.
Yep.
There are safety
Oh.
bunkers and stuff, but when a giant elephant crushes them, there were a couple of losses there. So, go ahead. Oh, I thought you
No,
were
no,
saying
that was
something.
just saying oof.
Oh yeah. It's a common thing though, so it's like a funeral. All the people are lined up, like, you remember. It's basically that scene again. Lieutenant Commander Morissette gives a speech, saying that citizens of Street and the world, because this stuff is broadcast everywhere that can receive screen stuff, right? Like, it's not like we're acting alone and there's no other humans. They're sort of just spread out more to try and avoid portals, right? So she gives a speech. There's a hand on her covering her mouth.
Oh, sorry.
That was funny. It was like perfectly on her face. She says, people of the world, people of Street, we will continue to resist against these incursions. What occurred yesterday did result in the loss of life, and we do not take that lightly. We also have made great strides towards hopefully stopping or at least further understanding these incursions. We know that soon, we believe, we will be launching the largest battle in the history of mankind. Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest. Perhaps it's fate that today you will once again be fighting for freedom of the world. Not from tyranny, oppression, or persecution, but from annihilation.
Yeah.
We're fighting.
Hear ye!
We're fighting for our right to live and to exist. And should we win that fateful day, it will be considered the day the world declared in one voice that we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish without a fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. And today we celebrate today.
Independence Day!
He said the thing. I don't know what he's talking about. I've never seen that movie.
But it's a very somber and solemn,
I got it on
Funeral.
VHS, don't worry.
and then from there, rebuilding occurs. The beacons are sort of dismantled. Well, the one beacon is dismantled that's still here.
Yeah.
Here.
I like to say out of character that I've used that part of that speech in one of my graduate papers.
Nice.
Nice.
And so yeah, they begin filling in the craters and stuff.
Is the dang government going to take this mech out my yard?
Okay, jeez Louise. Let's see here. So 2 of you lost mechs, and it looks like you went to the
some
mech.
people would have scrapped
lab.
that, like some of the like poorer people in the area. They came out and like, oh god, let's scrap this shit now, and they go sell it.
No.
Oh, it's all like upstanding people here. They're all
Well,
really
not necessarily
goody
all
two-shoes.
upstanding, but there's so much of a military presence that, like, how would they
Wheels
get there
off the
first?
Doesn't scrap.
It's just on cinder blocks.
Goody two-shoes.
It's on cinder blocks.
King and Soto, you go to the lab, it looks like, to discuss
Doug
new
did it.
plans, I guess.
Doug was out there doing it.
Yes.
Maxine is working in the lab.
I ignore the numbers.
The numbers say something along the
ignore them.
lines
Thank you.
of...
Ignore
Thank
them.
you. I don't. I'm not there, but I hear them.
In no way do I relay the numbers to anyone on the team. It would be meta for Grace to know.
0275 0925 1185 1445 1835 3265.
Wow.
Great.
We did it.
Yep.
She's also ignoring them, by the way. She's just like working on new plans and stuff for changing the beacons, but she's also got stuff open for like mech transport. She's got a ton of projects right now.
Max,
Yeah.
any chance we can talk about our new mechs?
Oh, new mechs. Okay, we're changing the design.
I'm changing my design.
Okay. What are you interested in?
All little attacks aren't working against these giant creatures. I need firepower.
Okay.
So
what are
I'm
we
thinking
talking?
of one long-range weapon, but a lot of support for a lot of small, like hand cannons and such.
Okay.
So when the creature gets close.
You did just say these small weapons aren't working, but carry on.
I'm talking hand cannons, not
Okay.
little low caliber rifles and such.
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Stuff that takes a bit of space to actually fire.
okay. Okay. How many do you think we should requisition?
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. Yeah.
Okay.
And a rifle as well.
Are you going to need more mounts?
You know what? I really like that Graves has this sort of ability to charge his weapon up. Maybe one of the guns charges up.
Okay. Okay.
That makes sense.
I mean, that we can do.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we're about the electronics part of it. In fact, make it resistant to electronics as well.
Resistant.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you expecting?
Yeah, like interference.
Oh, interference. Got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
last time that thing, it rattled my mech, so it hit me so bad, it rattled me so much, all my systems jammed up.
So we're scrapping the drone sort of Wi-Fi signal ad hoc.
I know that you've made some drones for me. I'll take some basic turret drones.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Because I don't want all the work to go to waste. But
Well, I
Say
mean,
by 5.5.
we'll use them.
but yeah, I'm just thinking lots of guns this time.
Sounds good.
And I'm happy to work with the engineers to refine that further.
Okay. Got it. We have a team.
Brilliant. Well, yeah, if you can relay this information to them, and if they didn't want my input, great. I know you are busy with a lot of things right now.
Oh, absolutely. The more hands, the better, of course. Even if you don't know the tech specs, that's fine.
Sure. Yeah, point me in the right direction, but. And I would probably just go like, brief the team on what I want.
Okay.
Keep saying, yeah, I do want that many guns.
Yeah, okay. Got it.
Yeah. So
Maxine is
sorry,
like
I didn't
startled.
startle you there. I know. I'm a startling presence. I don't need a lot of changes, but I feel like I need a bigger sword, maybe.
Oh, bigger
That's
sword.
gonna affect a little bit of other stuff, but
Okay.
yeah. And
Um.
if there's any way you can make it so like stupid elephant, like if I can get away from things a little bit differently, that'd be cool.
Differently, like vertically or horizontally?
Oh, that's probably beyond the science, but just like maybe if I can't be like physical, tangible. I don't know. Like I said, it's probably beyond the science, but do what you
Okay.
can.
Okay. So you want to move very rapidly in any given direction. So rapid,
if
very brief
necessary.
acceleration. Got it.
Sort of, I guess. Sure.
A drag racer. You look around and there's like
Kind of, but I also don't want to go away. Like, I need to be in the fight, so like, just make it so I can like phase out.
there's like monster truck posters on the walls and stuff, and drag cars. It's like phase out. Well, that is theoretically possible.
Mm-hmm.
That would require us to basically. Okay, you want to phase out. We would have to enter the fourth dimension, or a fourth dimension, and also wrangle quantum entanglement so that. Well, I mean, I guess it's possible.
I mean, like I said, if you can do it, cool. If not, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know the science.
The size of a mech would be incredibly difficult, and we don't know what it would do to you. We'll continue to work on that, and then in the meantime, we'll do more reliable options until we can get there.
Sure.
But I like where your head's at. Cutting edge, future stuff there. That's wonderful.
I mean, isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Absolutely, but it also has to work.
That's true. All right. Well, at least give me a bigger sword.
I mean, yeah. Are you thinking the size of this room or smaller than that?
Okay. Well, it's got to be manageable. So
Okay.
compromise of that.
Should go full guts.
Yeah, we could probably make your mech swing a building size sword.
Yes.
That's a okay.
Just takes
Maybe
5 turns
a little
to
bit more
swing one.
compromise. Yeah, like
Okay.
maybe the size of the mech is
Okay.
like max.
Doable. Anything else you're looking for?
I
If not, that's
don't
fine.
think so.
we'll continue to come up with ideas. I did get several emails about email. I don't know if email exists. I did. That's what I brought up last time. I did get several messages on whatever system we use. That there will be a new facility for mech storage and deployment. Do you believe the intention is to build them there or just to house them there? Because it would be time consuming to move our operations from here to there.
I feel like that's a question for like Morset or something.
Oh, sure.
Not really in charge of planning the city.
No, of course not. I just thought you might have an insight since it just came in.
My insight is that it was something they were discussing.
Okay, got it. All right, well...
I would imagine if it makes more sense to keep the lab here and just have a deployment center, that is logical, so...
That does make sense, yes. I guess you'll be working with your team here then, and I'll get the logistics of the other location nailed down. So your mechs will be here then, is what it sounds like.
I mean, they can be moved when they're done.
Well, when they're done, yes. But if you're going to spend time with the team, then you'll be doing it here, is what it sounds like. Is what I mean.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Sure.
Got it. Anyone else working on their mechs or anything? In the lab?
Yeah, Parko's essentially just upgrading his weapons as I'm looking at new stuff that we have the ability to unlock.
Okay, that probably doesn't require the whole lab then.
No.
It could probably
But I'm
be
switching
done.
around my weapons.
I got you. At the other location. Graves and Doug, you good on upgrades and stuff? Like, or changing mech, I guess, entirely?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Don't change a team that's winning, right?
Okay.
I wasn't winning.
Wow.
Then
I say
Start
that
with
in
a gym.
group chat, Lancer group chat. Throwing shade.
then a new location. Oh, I would prefer it to be this way though.
Oh,
There's
Guess
a
I'll scale
plaque
it
on
down.
it to commemorate the kittens that died in that place. Yeah,
Yeah.
little bench with a plaque on it. Yeah.
Is it just named laboratory?
Well, it was an experiment to see if
Also?
it could write words. Yeah, it's
In
just
loving
named
memory.
laboratory. But it's more of a storage facility and like outfitting location, not the main research and development. Because I'm sure there are labs for other stuff everywhere.
Let's be honest, it's just Jones again naming things.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you go to check your mech, you find Jones suspended from the sign or from the side of the building, painting laboratory on the side of the building. It's like a converted something else, like a converted sort of what would have been in the center? Maybe like a groundskeeping sign of sort of large facility where they had, you know, the giant mowers and stuff like that. All that stuff's been cleared out, and now it's completely empty except for mechs and mech type stuff.
I like how Jones's base is perfectly aligned
Yeah.
with the windows, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he's on the side, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else doing anything around the city?
King would probably be running around looking for the flux capacitor he's been asked to find.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Socket wrenches and stuff that you don't know the sizes of.
Elbow grease. All the hazing ones.
So, Parko, we've developed a new Leviathan heavy assault cannon.
Cool.
So his spinner cannon has been upgraded. And then we also have developed a personal bunker. So now, besides the 2 walls, I can throw out a 4x4 bunker that people can just climb in for hard cover.
Awesome.
Nice. Putting that on the board is going to be fun.
Wait, did we level up or something? Or
Yeah, we leveled up last
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
oh shit!
Wait,
well,
we did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot to level up.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
No
one told me
biggie.
that actually.
Oh
We also-
shit.
It's pretty quick in
Because-
comp.
That's why everyone
had
is.
so
I
many
thought
issues.
people were just changing things for fucks.
Well, they did blow up, so it
Shits and
also makes
giggles.
sense for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
I've also expanded the compartment, so now we can fit 1 other person in my mech if somebody's mech blows up again.
Cool.
So we're license level 3.
Good thinking.
Yeah, but you don't need to mess with it right now.
No, we're good. I can do it quick. But you guys keep doing things. I'll be at the gym, quietly working out
Okay.
in the corner
Is,
in the off hours.
Hurt himself.
Yeah. He's got the the machine where it's got the bar that hangs from the cable or whatever, and you're supposed to sit with your legs underneath the thing. He's just like doing pull-ups on it because he doesn't have his legs locked underneath, so it's too heavy for him to engage without the leg things.
All right, I gotta need a spot here. Ooh. And it's like the tiniest waist.
Can
It
you,
must be
can you
like
duplicate me like a dozen of these barriers?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Maybe like
I'll
lock
do
them in
that,
a
I'll level
line.
up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is I'll just build a little 4x4 square out of them and lock them together.
Then about the full thing, because it's going to be so difficult to actually fit in to the map. Maybe like just build the walls and then like try and place the walls.
That?
It's going to be fun either way.
Oh, well, I was building them in the thing so you can lock them. Oh, does it need to be wider? Oh, 4.
Yeah, it's a 4x4,
Okay.
like hollow 4x4.
I got you.
Yeah, link that one at the bottom, and then if you could fill in the walls, I think that would work.
All right, we're getting rid of that one.
Yep, that works. That's 4x4 essentially.
Hold on. Hey!
In the middle out.
Yeah, get rid of the 4 in the
Oh,
middle.
in the middle out? Like this?
Yeah. And that
Oh.
way we can move our characters inside, and that's the walls of the bunker.
Oh, wait, I can't. Wait, there's a chain button, right? What is that? Toggle.
It's a link. Yeah. You can attach things to like fixed joints, and the combine option is underneath flick. Yeah, like options. Yeah, you know where flick is.
Attach the object to the other one in a parent job. Okay. Fixed joint, hinge joint, spring joint. All right, we'll just attach them. What? Did I do it?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yo, we did
Nice.
it. We're making
Nice
junk.
bunker.
Yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. Nice, good job.
Sure. Deployable bunker.
Bonk.
Just throw it over there.
What actually is going to happen is it's going to flip over upside like halfway out.
Yeah,
the mass
right.
is everywhere.
We're gonna get screwed. The doctors. Doug, I'm sure you go and visit the doctors at some point.
Please.
Well, you said you go every day.
The cafeteria.
Yeah, sure.
When you
Alright,
go to the
okay.
cafeteria, you see a lot of doctors with like scratches on their face or like arms in slings, stuff like that.
That's cool. Good for them.
You working on any other projects out there?
I'm just looking at my mech.
Okay, cool. Doug enjoys time. Maybe.
I'll,
yeah.
I'll go to the lab and ask real quick. Hey, is Maxine around?
I mean, she's there for sure. She's like surrounded
Hey,
by.
oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you. You were like, I don't think I've ever seen you like with your back turned. Anyway, can you get me like a huge cannon, just mounted on the other shoulder? That would be great. Thank you. And
Like
I'll
a.
leave.
Okay.
As soon as she starts to answer, I'll go back to the
Okay.
door. Oh, you were saying something?
I'll try and help his team assemble that as well once my mech's done.
Yeah, like the same one you already have, but a second one.
Oh, no. Like, think about, Doug was telling people about these giant cannons, and at first I was like, yeah, that's stupid. But then I started thinking, maybe we can do it. Maybe it could be effective. So if you get me like one of those old time howitzers, but like scaled down but powered up, as we can do with our current technology, that would be great. Like a siege cannon, that would be cool.
Jones walking by down the hall, covered in paint, says, "We could call it the
Yep.
Doug Cannon," and just keeps walking.
The Doug cannon, really? No, I think okay, he's gone. Well,
Yeah, he
siege
just
cannon.
keeps walking.
Yeah, you got that, Maxine? Oh, is that
Be
King?
We got
would be
it.
the double ordnance Uber gun.
Oh yeah, nice, Doug. Hey, King, what are you doing here?
I'm trying to get a new mech together.
Oh right, that.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck with that.
Thanks. Great.
Need
You're
any
not going to
help?
help your team? Maybe you should help your team because you just said you want a cannon.
Oh,
You are
You know, I
gonna
don't
end
really-
up with like. Okay.
get my hands.
You end up with the wrong thing.
Dirty.
Your
You
own
know,
fault.
I actually have to go. I was
Right.
pumping iron. You know, like, and I'll start meekly flexing my muscles, like
Yeah.
getting some muscle going.
Fully
Yeah.
clothed.
How long have you been off the
Yeah.
muscle enhancers?
Oh, no, I still use them, but these are you
Yeah.
gotta go organic sometimes, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
Well, don't hurt
I got someone
yourself
waiting for me.
picking up anything.
No, no, I got it. Yeah, good joke.
Maybe start on the lowest
I'll wait.
weights. He's
Awesome.
gonna get himself killed.
What a way to go.
They're splatters.
May 22nd, several weeks later,
That would be 1 week, actually.
I don't know what day it was.
Well, 1
last
week
time.
and a few days. It
All
was 12.
Oh, it was 12. I thought it was earlier. All right, we'll go with May
Oh.
28th.
Nice.
The mechs are still in conversion over there in the laboratory. Parko, I assume, is doing what he always does and hanging out with his mech. Just like loading ammo and unloading it and stuff like that, cleaning his
Redoing
weapon.
the paint job.
Yeah.
Seeing if there's a way I can make the super heavy gun look like a guitar.
And you're like sleeping there, I assume?
Some nights
Okay.
we would call it like a 50-50 chance of finding him there versus, the bunker, or not bunker, but barracks.
All right. Here's your 50-50. You want evens or odds that you're there?
We'll give evens.
All right. Roll it up.
R.
Absolutely there.
It's still connected to my other die that's all the way over there.
You're asleep. Where would you sleep? Like in the actual mech area, or like in the places
Somewhere on,
where
like some barrels or anything that was
Well-
enough to be, a bed like at the foot of the mech area. Yes, like somewhere
okay.
in the hangar bay, like on the ground, not in the mech.
All right. Perfect. Middle of the night, you hear a loud crash, like not a crash, like like a kaboom, like that, sort of muffled. Other side of the building, shouting, lots of boots in the hallways. Do, 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 do. You hear
I'm awake. What?
you hear doors banging open, shouting
He's getting swatted.
down the
Where's my
hall.
gun? Where's my gun? Where's soldier? Where's my sidearm? Oh, wait.
And
Pilot cheat.
then, after maybe 2 or 3 minutes of that, you all see on every screen that is near you, so wherever you happen to be, if you're at your house or your apartment or whatever it is, if you're in the lab, it doesn't matter. The screens are like taken over in that classic style of takeover, and then you see the front of this building, and there are people all over it. Shouting. They have their arms around the building in sort of like a barrier. They're shouting things like shut it down, no more OS, you're killing us all. At the same time on the screens, you also see drone footage of all of the animals trying to come through the portal. You see Parko just shooting in with his gigantic gun. You see video of the hospital being blown, all the glass blown out, just stuff like that all over the screen while these people are shouting, right? And then you all, of course, hear helicopters flying over because this is a military base first and foremost. And this is what Parko's in the center of.
No, look, I've been in a protest before, right? You gotta flip the jacket inside out, and then you mess your hair up, and you grab a broken bottle so it looks like you're ready to throw it, and then you just fade into the crowd.
Okay.
You throw the bottle, and then when they're like, yeah, get them, and they all rush forward, you go the other way.
All right. Well, here you go.
No, I'm staying inside. I'm just explaining to the corpseman who's standing next to me what the ultimate plan is if they break inside.
Okay, so we'll do like a perception style roll or whatever. If you got any stats that matter for that, welcome. You're welcome to them.
I am a spotter. I have spot +2.
Okay.
Oh, come on. That was what it was before I rolled it. The R thing is broken.
It's not broken.
It
Watch.
is what it is.
Watch.
That's why I throw it.
So you're saying there's no chance of me getting a 1 if it's already a 1? Then
But
that's not really
what?
random, is it?
1 in 20.
It just happened.
So yeah, you're in there, and you can hear a whole bunch of stuff occurring down the halls. You're obviously not sure what's happening, but you can see the protests on the screens. So the protest is like a line of people, and then there are more people behind them, sort of like not like pushing them, but they're like right up against the back of them, so that if they get rushed, then they can resist, like hold hands, you know what I mean? And the people are shouting like we need to dismantle the OS, we need to dismantle Street, stuff like that.
Doug is in the crowd.
Doug is in the crowd.
Okay. Wouldn't expect it otherwise.
Perfect.
They're opening the portals, Doug says, yeah.
Yeah, there are some people who are bringing out stuff, like they're bringing out like big boxes or whatever to build sort of barricades behind these people.
Oh, that's not a good idea. You're barricading yourselves between the building and with all the military people in it. And the big giant weapons that you're mad because they just killed a whole bunch of people. I mean, if it was really a military dictatorship, now they can't
Yeah.
run.
But we're the good guys, right? Well, do I see any of that, or do I just see the screens?
It's all on the screens, so you would know, I'm sure, that that's the building that has your mech in it, Parko's mech in it, and Doug's mech.
Okay. Well, I'll start heading that way. I don't know how much time I'll take to get there.
Maybe like 2 turns. You know, I mean, you could get in a car too or whatever.
Yeah.
Hit the Waymo.
Maxine, is my mech ready to go yet?
No, those 2 mechs are not ready.
Damn it.
Uh,
I'm just right now. Only 3 options are enclosed between civilians. If a portal opens, ways to through them. They're gathering. We know portals like to open when they gather.
well, I mean, we can hope that maybe the sunset alarm would put some sense into them.
Doug riles them up.
Okay, here you go. Roll how much you rile them up.
Oh no!
All right.
Fucking agent of
Wait,
chaos.
hold on.
4. All right.
A bit too crackpot for them.
Yeah, your voice is
Wait,
heard just as much as in the meetings.
Is my mech inside?
Your mech is inside, yes.
Oh, I can just go get my mech.
They're blocking. They're
crowd.
trying to keep you out. They're trying to keep everyone out. Street forces are showing up.
Wait,
Picket. It's a picket,
Okay.
basically.
hold up.
Okay.
Wait a second. Let me look at my stats of my character and
Okay.
his abilities. How do I get there?
Doug pulls out a flamethrower.
Narrative profile? I am going to threaten these people.
Okay.
I have +2 threaten.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, hey, I gotta get in there because how are we gonna kill you guys? How are we gonna start this, raise this city to the ground?
Well, they don't
How are we
actually
gonna
want to kill
How are we gonna
anybody.
take down OS? How are we gonna take down OS? If I gotta get inside, I can help you. I can deploy bunker for us so we can all get inside. There's guns inside. There's pickets.
All right.
There's signs, markers.
So they're resisting
Loudspeakers.
you too. They're saying we don't want to fight. We just need to stop messing with the portals. It's dangerous to keep doing what we're doing. We need something else. We need representation at the meetings. We need opposition opinions instead of just continuing down this path and opening these portals or keeping them open and leading to humanity's demise.
I'm Doug.
Yes.
Don't worry, I got this. I make the okra.
I am Doug.
We know who you
Doug,
are, Doug.
I saved you guys. I saved you. Did I not save you all?
That is true. You are of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I'm a farmer. I'm a blue collar worker.
Speaking of man of the
Okay,
people,
even I have a blue collar on. Do you not see my blue collar?
Speaking of the people, what?
Can I arrive now?
Yeah. So
Oh no.
as
These other people are not of the people. I am of the people.
as you all arrive, whoever's coming, Street is also
Yeah, I'd come over.
coming.
With
So
Jeep.
the military side of things is also here. Helicopters flying overhead. They're pulling up in their, jeeps and trucks, and there's forces aligned all around you, like pointed
I'll
inward.
die with you all.
Sipping a
So can I
Coke Zero.
approach? Sorry. Can I approach what seems to be like, if I can perceive like a leader or something like that, or like a representative of this crowd?
I'm sure there's someone stereotypically holding a megaphone, so sure.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna approach with my obviously noble clothes,
Yeah.
full of just exuding money. And I'll say, right, it seems like we have a little bit of a misunderstanding here, so can we talk about this and we'll come to a middle ground or something?
That's what we want. We're not moving until Street agrees that we will de-escalate the portal research and include us in the meetings.
Okay, I hear you. There's just one thing that we gotta make sure is understood. Gathering this much in this place could be dangerous. If a monster would come through, we would all be in danger without access to our weapons, the weapons of humanity, to fight these abhorrent monsters. Okay? I cannot guarantee you will be granted a space to talk and to be heard. But trust me, we fight for the people, and we will make sure that everyone is alive and well at the end of humanity's most challenging times yet. And I would like to charm them with my charm skill. That is
Okay.
a +6.
A plus
Damn, look at
6.
Whoa.
Please not in that one.
Please in that one.
Oh, okay,
20.
pretty good. 20.
Nice.
The crit. I think the crits work for skill checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you make good points. This is dangerous. Not necessarily dangerous to, like, you know, have this many people here, because they live in Street. They're here all the time. So this many people is sort of always here. It's not like they're going to summon a thing if they weren't going to summon it, like, at a bookshop
I thought
or
it was an
cafe or something.
abnormal, like, agglomeration of
It
people
is,
and-
but we're talking like hundreds of thousands of people, or like 30,000 or 50,000. That's why most village or cities or whatever are 10,000 and under. So the fact that Street exists at all is a risk. But
Oh no, I know, but
Okay.
I was just saying that it's one stump away for a gigantic casualty rate.
So the yelling cools off. The person, the lady holding the megaphone, does agree. Like, it is important that we keep everyone safe. So she probably says something like, "Yes, we agree. We've seen you on the videos and stuff. We would love your support for getting our beliefs heard."
Okay, like I said, I do not have the ability to do that myself, but this obviously has created ripples across Street, and don't worry, you people will be heard eventually. And
What? Whoa. Sorry? You people?
Doug? Wait, Doug? What are you doing there?
I'm part of the people. I'm not you. I am the you people. You just said. We don't. You can't call us that.
Right, I
am a blue
apologize.
collar worker. I live with these people, and we will not take your shit. I know you're talking shit right now. You're just trying to woo these people into bed or whatever you're trying to do, Mr. Moneybags.
The protesters are confused.
Doug, what are you doing?
What are you doing? You're trying to kill us all?
I look around. Do I see anyone else, like, from our group?
I mean, arriving, and also Street soldiers are everywhere too.
Right, yeah, but from our group specifically.
Sure, yeah, I guess.
Marco's staring out the window of the warehouse.
Okay, so Parco, that's important. Where are you? Are you still in the room with the mechs, or did you leave?
I would have gone to a window to go see what's going on outside. Yeah.
All right, you can't really see what's happening from there necessarily, but you hear the footsteps inside, the boots getting closer and closer. You hear the shouting getting louder and louder. So whatever's occurring inside is like moving down the hall towards you.
getting
They're like
closer?
clearing rooms.
Oh.
Whoa.
You know, maybe I should go up to the mech.
Okay.
We'll just, do a systems check for no particular reason, just because I feel safer.
Okay, so you're gonna be in your mech?
Yeah.
All right. Pick a number on this die, 1 through 6.
Let's do 5.
All right, I'm rolling, not you. All right. All right. While you're inside, you hear the door kick open, and you hear some very deep, classic military style voice say, "Coloque aqui."
Son of a bitch. It's Brazilian.
Is it Brazilian? You.
Prenda honeste.
Way?
I couldn't get that.
Are you gonna talk to these people, or are you just gonna wait?
I don't know. How close to the mech am I at the time?
So they're moving towards one of the other mechs, probably Kings.
It's gone.
We'll flip on the loudspeaker and give a "Hey Alexa, what's broadcast stop in 10 different languages."
Okay, so you're gonna alert them to your presence.
Yeah. I'll flip on the lights and hit the loudspeaker in the mech. Glowing red eyes in the darkness.
As you fire it up, one of them starts yelling, "Comece agora! Comece agora!" And the others all pull weapons. Let's see here.
I'm outside.
Hold on.
God damn you!
You're just yelling.
Doug, we need to get inside. We don't know what's happening to our mechs.
I want my cannon that shoots into the sky or at things. I want it to be variable. I want a super cannon. They are giving that shit to me. Also, I want a new field. You took it from me.
Of course, you'd had demands too. Doug, I'm sure we will be vastly recompensated at the end of our efforts.
I don't want... we want compensation. We the people.
Sound of Parko's minigun
Make
spinning
street
up at
great
very
again.
fast speed from inside the warehouse.
Let's build the wall around street.
The people inside are yelling. Well, I don't know how to say this word exactly, but like, "Quem está aí? Quem está aí?"
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know either. Hey Alexa.
Quem? Quem?
Q-U-E. Oh, Kane.
Kane?
Oh, Kane está aí. Yep. Who's there?
Quem está aí? Yeah. I or whatever.
The gun's starting to spin up, but not firing yet, so it's ready to fire. And then Alexa broadcasting stop in
all the languages. Gotcha.
Right. Yeah. Military installation. Wait, how do you say that in 10 different languages?
It doesn't matter. These bros start yelling, "Fogo, fogo, fogo!" And they're gonna shoot at your mech for sure. They have like AKs basically. These are like normal people.
Do small arms fire damage mechs?
Probably not. I would say no.
Yeah, I don't actually want to fire at them because everything the mechs have would actually destroy stuff in here.
Yeah, they're shooting at the mech. It's like 5 dudes. One of them is inside King's mech, but
Oh,
I think you mean Graves. Yeah, again.
oh
Yeah.
I thought.
oh shit!
Oh
that's
yeah, because
catastrophic.
yours was destroyed. Yeah, in
Yeah.
Graves' mech. My bad.
It's catastrophic.
Oh, we're gonna swing the gun over to that if it starts moving.
Yeah, the thing is still open. They're just in it.
Okay.
However
You know
you
his Brazilian secrets.
enter it. Yeah. But they're shooting their little AKs at your mech. Ding 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 ding.
I just bat him
Come on,
away
blow
with
that
the
shit up.
shield.
Okay. If you'll roll attacks on them. just to like I guess melee attacks.
Yeah, let me go look at my comp con and see what I got.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna pop
Probably
your head
improvised
like
attack,
grapes.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like the weakest attack is probably improvised attack, but
I
Charge
would
up
say
that the fire than cannon.
it's not a patch, it's not a spot, it's definitely not blow something up. Alright.
I think you're gonna kill someone if you attack inside a mech. Just saying.
Yeah, so we're good. We're just gonna swing the shield at him like it's a
Okay,
like it's a thing.
King or something bought more mechs, so you can just blow those ones up.
Well, he increased funding or whatever. Yeah, I think you hit them. You probably hit part of the wall too. So outside, you all see like part of the wall. Well, you definitely hear shooting. You see the lights, of the gunfire. You also hear stop in a bunch of languages, probably because it's probably really freaking loud.
Yeah,
And
it's the same level Parco blast his music.
yeah.
No.
And then part of the wall explodes out. You hear there's a couple people down inside. The people bolstering down here on the line, they all pull guns behind these people. So we still have unarmed people in the front and then armed people behind them.
Doug, how could you do this?
Can I try to de-escalate? I'll be all.
My gun out now.
Okay. Tensions are high, but humanity needs these mechs, and we can solve our differences later. But right now, everything is at threat.
We don't want anyone to get hurt either. We just want to be heard. We want agreements that we will be taken to the meetings. We will have involvement in leadership. Things need to change.
This is now a
I
military
guarantee it.
action. You attacked. I'm pushing in front. But now, this is a hostage situation.
It is a hostage situation
There
for
were the
sure.
Negotiations now. There is no de-escalating this situation without you giving up the hostages you have.
Soto is leaving towards OS.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a goal
She's
over
looking
there?
for. Yeah, she's looking for like people in charge, like Morset or.
Oh yeah, they're probably in there. Yeah, for sure.
Just chilling, drinking a burgundy.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
probably.
they're
Yeah.
probably not that.
Being served cootery.
Yeah, I'm going full in there. I'm
All
like,
that meat is spoiled.
you are now part of a military action against Street. You do not identify yourself as members of the Street and not terrorists, then we will be forced to attack in the defense of humanity. You are not more
You're the
important
terrorist.
than humanity. Doug,
I'm looking at King like,
you have a
what the
gun to the back of the head if you haven't turned around yet.
You're the terrorists.
Doug, look behind you.
Oh, that's a good point. The guns aren't at these people.
They're part of the. I assume there's like a team behind them, basically using them as cover. But
Yeah.
they're part of the same people.
So their
why
guns are
I'm not seeing
poking
his-
in between them. Yeah, they're using them as bodies.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I was just making sure
So,
Doug knew too.
hospitals, yeah, inside the. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, this is a military action. This is not a civil dispute any further. If you do not put your hands up and drop your weapons, we will be forced to open fire. You have taken. I hear the gunfire in there. You have taken the first shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna hand over to like a local commander and say,
okay.
"Be ready to shoot." When you get the order from OS.
Oh, Street's clearly ready to shoot, but
Yeah.
it's a thing of like, kill a bunch of people in front of a bunch of other people all over the screens, that everyone can see. So it's very delicate.
Mhm.
Also, these people are saying like, it didn't have to be like this. We didn't want to shoot. Just everybody here agree to de-escalate, put your weapons down, and we can have a talk. We can have a discussion right here if we need to. That's perfectly fine. But we're not leaving until we get assurances.
I'll push in forward in front of King again, and I'll say, right now there's lives at risk inside there. Lives of friends, lives of people that I know, people that I need to save them. We need to help them. So, for the last time, for the love of any god that you might pray to, let us go through. We will solve this later. I promise. I give you my word.
You don't think our lives are at risk and our families' lives are at risk? If you hold a portal open and let that stuff through again, we could have all died last time and we could all die next time. You're messing with things you shouldn't be messing with.
I'll step one step forward into the clear zone between the two groups with both hands up.
Yeah, why don't you just send yourself through the portal?
Braves, do not. They are not here to discuss. Pull back. Pull back.
But
you suck!
They've already engaged inside. We do not know the situation. They're not telling us the situation. We could be facing... All of our troops in there could be dead.
Napo, baby!
We've
I'll
no
step
confirmation they're alive.
Parco, inside, the dust is clearing from your attacks. There's 4 dead on the ground or knocked out, unsure, because you're in a mech.
Alexa, shout "stand down" in 20 different languages.
Simi.
The first time didn't work for 10.
I definitely don't know how to say this. Maybe I can listen to it.
Você não pode nos parar.
He's been practicing that Duolingo.
Você não pode nos parar?
Yeah, you can't stop us.
Yeah, it is shouted from inside Graves' mech.
I mean, I very much can stop them. I am just choosing not to open fire with the giant spinning machine gun that's hanging on one arm.
Yeah, so you just have it pointed directly into the mech, basically.
Yeah, just spinning, just like all red and ready to fire, just like menacingly.
Yeah, that dude will probably like jump out and try and just run down the hall, like run away.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. That's good enough for me.
All right, cool.
Alexa, how many enemies were left?
Everybody you saw is either on the ground or has fled. One fled.
All right, I'll start radioing it then.
Okay, you radio in, I guess, to OS.
Combatants. 1 wild in the building, 4 on the ground, last seen fleeing, whatever direction that was.
I guess Morissette's on the comms. She says, what's the situation in there? What was the goal?
They were trying to steal the mechs.
They were trying to steal the mechs? Not very many people know how to pilot them.
One was in King's mech. Is that who you said? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but I meant Graves, because... Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other
I
one's
don't know
destroyed.
the difference yet either. So,
Yeah. Wow, great.
But one was in Graves' mech.
Kingland.
So are there more in the building? What's the rest of the status?
yeah, you would have reported the one fleeing.
Yeah. There's also probably more.
Yeah.
Since they cleared all the rooms.
I'm also going to radio into OS.
Okay.
For orders. Pretty much the same thing. We got confirmation of life inside, or are we opening fire? They're holding guns. They're pointing guns at us as we speak.
We have confirmation that there are some inside. There are more hostages inside, we believe. The head count isn't accurate, so they must be holding people inside.
Okay.
We're
Doug
stalling
has joined
until
the terrorists.
Doug has
Have we-
joined the terrorists. Is that true?
Have we got confirmation of where
I
his
didn't
mech
join
is?
the terror. I'm with the protesters.
They've got guns pointing at us. They're,
At this point,
excuse
it's
me,
Doug.
unclear who is who.
there are guns
the-
pointed at you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not a
Doug's
terrorist.
loyalty
though.
is
So in this line that you're in now,
Questionable.
Doug, they are pointing guns through the people, not at the people.
Yeah, I
through
know.
them. Like
I
you
know, but
are-
I am. Yeah, but those are different. There's like three different factions here. There's
No.
you, the protesters, and then the terrorists.
No, the protesters have guns.
I don't know if that's gonna hold up in court, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Wait, is
but
that true, Hart?
I don't think you're
line of
beating the allegations.
protesters?
There's like a line of people behind the protesters have guns pointed through the protesters, not at them, through them. They're using the protesters as like cover, and the protesters are. Cool
Yeah, I
with
know,
it.
and I'm a protester, and I'm not I'm not with the Brazilian
You
terrorists.
just don't have a gun. It's the only difference.
Oh, I'm not a Jan 6 protester. What are you talking about?
I've radioed it in. But it looks like you're a terrorist.
I'm a protester.
Have we got confirmed location of
Okay,
Doug's
whatever.
mech and where he's
I'm-
gone rogue?
I'm fine with dying with my protester friends.
Literally standing there as a human shield for them.
Do we have confirmed
I'm a
what?
At no point you're like, I'm a hostage now. You're still.
I know they
acting
don't
as a
have
terrorist.
this in the UK, but there's a difference.
OS, what's the status? This chaos out here.
Of what
as-
protesters do.
As long as there are still hostages in the building, we're waiting to try and de-escalate. The shots seem to have been localized in the mech location. It seems like they were trying to... Well, according to Parko, it seems like they were trying to pilot a mech, but that sort of competency is unlikely.
Spark okay?
Parko is fine. He's in his mech. We're hearing...
Music starts blasting
Yeah.
out now that it's wartime. Okay, I'll switch off Alexa, switch on speakers.
We're hearing "Bleed It Out" from inside the building.
Well, that seems like him. All right.
No, that could be a battle, or he could just be working on the coolant lines. It's hard to tell.
Nice.
Where the wall's broken, is there any sort of possibility I could climb that without being seen? Well, not even without being seen, but could I climb in?
You're right. There is a new opening. Here you go.
Okay. First thing I do is I'm going to pull back and then activate my stealth suit.
You have a pilot stealth suit?
Yes.
Okay.
Stealth hard suit.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's cool.
It's one of the three options.
Okay.
Yeah, I
the
have
best
one.
Okay. I have 4 advantages here, so I'm going to use my.
It's a Metal Gear Solid
Max
style.
I'm rolling this dice over here.
Possibly a box.
Is it just never mind. It's not advantages. Just a flat plus, isn't it? When you've got.
I
bonuses?
think for the pilot, yeah.
Was it even a good roll? Yeah, I'm agreeing. I think you have to hold R to make it go further. But it's a 4
No.
plus 8. So plus 4, so 8.
What Gob does is
Right,
he hits
see.
a bunch of times in the air.
Yeah, I just spam it.
Oh.
But
No, I think if you hold it. Oh, oops.
Yeah, there's the problem though. If you hit something
yeah,
else.
you also hit other stuff. Yeah.
Heck? Why did it go like a terrible roll then? 8.
I do think you would have advantage from some sort of suit, or not advantage. We'll give you this or a die. This is whatever. You can roll that one. 2, 10.
Oh, right. So 10.
Yeah. So when you enter, you're probably hidden from outside, but inside, you basically walk into or sneak into a hostage situation. So inside there's a bunch of people on the ground, like like a bank robbery, like cowering, with people standing over them with guns. They've had guns the whole time, so it looks like they cleared everyone from the rest of the building and brought them all to one central location. And you're not in the mech area either. The wall must have been blown out sort of all the way down the building, so you're down the hall, I guess, in a larger open building or open room.
Okay. So are they blocking my access to the mech room?
Yeah, they're guarding this room like they're waiting on the bank vault to be emptied, basically. That kind of style.
Okay.
Oh, and you hear
Fique abaixado.
oh my gosh, what is this
I have
word?
I'm activating my data plating, which allows me to quickly translate to nearly any language. You can say it in English if you like.
You saved hearts.
Fique
You
abaixo?
took away my. Oh, what?
And okay, so it automatically translates into English.
Is that
for
how
me
you say
now?
it?
Fique abaixado.
Oh no,
didn't hear
never
it.
mind. Hold on. Let me say it.
Fique abaixado.
Okay, I'll let you say it, but you gotta tell me in English.
Hold on! I'm using my Brazilian translator.
Fique abaixado.
Hey, I thought it was me. I was your Brazilian translator.
You are.
Yeah.
That's the
Wow.
point.
You were
Give
the
me 1
Portuguese
second.
translator.
Fique abaixado.
Okay.
Fique abaixado.
Yep,
Abaixado.
that was pretty good.
Okay, what does that mean, Gob?
Stay down.
Okay.
But you hear it in Portuguese.
Yeah, but I translate it immediately. Okay.
He's got subtitles.
Does your little thingy make noise out loud?
No, it allows the users to communicate with each other all but silently.
Okay.
Damn, that's cool.
So you got
Okay.
AirPods. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. They also all com-linked. So I'm going to try and get in touch with Parker. Again, all but silently.
All but silently. Okay, so you're
It says
texting.
it. Allows users to communicate with each other all but silently.
Okay.
That's what it says.
Then we'll have to. Well, let's make it short sentences like you're texting then.
Yes. How many are held hostage? Because that's what I'll be relaying.
How many people would be in this building?
And by how many? I can see.
Probably. I mean, it's got to be at least 20 people. Bunch of mechanics and stuff. They work shifts around the clock to try and get these things all ready.
Yeah.
So, I would say like 20 people.
So yeah, it'd be relay to OS, 20 hostages. How many hostage takers?
Probably. I mean, it's military, so I would say there's 8 in here.
8 in mech. I guess mech access corridor.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna call it that.
And these are like the mechanics that work on your mechs, the scientists that work on your mechs.
Mhm.
So they're not just like
Yeah, high priority hostages. is what I
unknown
would say.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So you get basically a little blip on your mech with that message sort of scrolling through.
All right. I mean, there's not a lot I can do in the mech though without killing the hostages too. I don't have small arm
Oh, yeah.
fire.
Mortal away.
You missed the bit at the beginning. Reload to OS.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'll relay that. Yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
I
message
mean, I'm in the
goes
mech,
to.
so I'm
yeah.
assuming communications are open.
Yeah, sure. You could also send it to Soto, right? You said everyone has communication, so Soto would tell Morissette.
Mhm.
Wait, is it like message where they can talk back to you, or is it only you going out?
It allows sub-vocal communication and persistent heads-up / augmented reality displays without wearing a helmet.
Crazy.
What it just says. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So is there any other rooms on this corridor that I could get through to? Just sort of
Probably not without going through them. No.
okay. Right. I think I will climb back up the hole for now. Then, if I can't take
Okay.
9 people without killing all the hostages.
All right.
I mean, I have got a thermite charge, but
Anyone else? Anywhere else?
I mean, I'm still shocked, and I don't know what to do except for I'll stay here and try to de-escalate any potential armed conflict in this, like, the outside area where people are most concentrated, both on the side of street and the side of the terrorist protestants or whatever.
It's very tense,
I'll
but
stay here.
there have been no additional shots fired. They are agreeing.
Okay.
It seems like with y'all as well. Like
I'll try to keep it that way.
Okay.
While still keeping tabs and looking askance at Doug.
Cool.
Have I found Morissette or?
Yeah. You're probably in the command room by now. Morissette's in front of like a bunch of screens, on those old like NASA style communication rooms, or if you've ever seen like the dispatch rooms for 911 or something like that.
Okay. Do you guys have a plan on what's happening?
Well, obviously we could just take them out at any time. I'm sure they know that. So this must be, we're assuming, a performative stunt, or they have some other objective that we're not aware of, because
It's just a break, bro.
I can't believe that this is anything other than trying to make themselves be heard or make their message be heard. And as far as we know, there are no casualties. We just don't really understand the point. One dead.
I mean, have you talked to them?
We have individuals on scene who are negotiating and attempting to de-escalate, along with Graves, who is attempting to de-escalate.
Uh-huh. I mean, I feel like there should be a little bit more communication than just Graves.
Oh, for sure. There would be people also there who are like hostage negotiators and stuff. It's not like there's dozens and dozens of people there. We're just sort of allowing y'all to talk also, but they would be trying to de-escalate, and that's why everyone's sort of agreeing. They're all standing in lines, on the opposite side of a little street area, just talking back and forth, yelling at each other or trying to de-escalate or whatever. So they're there for sure.
Okay.
It's not
Morissette's
like I'm not going there directly. They don't. This isn't something that I need to respond to. I'll handle things from here, and the people who are skilled at these discussions can handle the de-escalation.
We're just trying to get to the cafeteria.
Don't they need? Don't they need like authority and stuff if they're trying to negotiate?
Equal snacks
Like
for
they're
equal
not just
people.
gonna accept the negotiator's word without proof of authority.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure they would. I think we're all aware of, our military hierarchy, but the negotiators, we're in contact with them as well. So anything they want to set up or plan for, we will work through from here and also handle all the other quickly moving pieces.
You say so, but if portal opens up right now, like that's gonna be unsurmountable at this point.
If sunset occurs now, we go in. The only reason we're not going in is because there's not a direct threat to our people on the ground or to Street's operations.
It feels like a direct threat to me, I guess.
You? Why is that?
I mean, if we can't get in to get our mechs, well, mine's not even there, but
Oh,
If we have to do it as a Russian thing because there's a sunset, that's just going to cause a lot of chaos.
true, but what if there's no
Which threatens
sunset?
all of us.
What if we just kill these 40 individuals in front of this building? In front of everyone in the street?
I'm not saying to do that. I
Okay.
don't think that's a good idea.
Well,
What if there was a
they're just
sunset?
people.
Wink.
Yeah.
Command,
yes?
a couple of points. When I was in there, they were talking a different language. My device is saying it's Brazilian. That seems very unusual to communicate with hostages in a different language. I think this may be a force from a hostile nation.
Well, technically Brazilian, not a language, but I'm going to look over
in
that.
2076, by the way it's going, I would
yeah,
totally
by then,
argue that we would
absolutely.
Be, we
Okay.
would be completely different from Portugal, because come on.
Okay, sure.
Portugal's it's like Spanish. It will be Mexican by then.
All right.
Yeah.
We also say that Mexicans speak Spanish, but sure. I'll accept it.
No.
So, somewhere in the 2060s, Brazil decided they had their own language. So
You guys
enough.
immediately decided you have American
I would say
English.
that right now,
come
to
on.
be honest, but
They have their own language now.
okay, sure,
It's called Portuguese.
sure. All right, they're speaking Brazilian.
yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Can I sort of read a situation here? to
Sure.
Look for subtext, motives, and threats in these generals.
nice.
Okay.
Over here.
Nice.
19 plus 2.
Okay. Motives. Wait, motives. What? Subtext.
Look for subtext, motives, or threats in a situation or person.
Sure. You're standing in a
The sense
room
that they're
with.
lying to me, or like what they're not saying. I feel like they know more.
You're standing in a room with all these screens, all this information in front of you. You're trying to assess all the threats. Basically, what you know is there's a protest force who's surrounding a building that was recently designed and changed in order to put the mechs into. So it doesn't have the normal protections and everything that the other main buildings do. It also appears that there's an additional force inside, not really on the same target or goal as the people outside say they're on. And the people outside are basically yelling and agreeing and saying this is exactly what we want, but they're not doing anything beyond that. Like, the people outside completely agree that they have everyone's attention and they want a discussion and they want the attention and they want to stop doing it, so they want to have meetings. People are agreeing to the meetings, but they're not moving and they're not stopping.
There's something fishy going on
Do we
for sure.
do we just need to schedule a Zoom meeting to get them to disperse or something? Can we send out a mass invite? And
Soto.
you got to do the poll to see when everybody's available.
Can I ask another quick question of command?
Sure.
With all these screens hijacked, are we sure that we could send out a sunset signal if needed?
Yes. I think that is a system that would override everything they could possibly do.
Okay.
The sunset system has like 17 different backups, so Morissette is confident that can still occur. And even if not, like, the buildings are wired into it, the lights flash, like every system is tied to it. So
Okay, as long as we're confident they're not using that said system to broadcast.
no. This is more like a like a tech attack hijack kind of thing, where they're just broadcasting onto all the screens. What do you think's going on, Soto? In command.
Oh. What do I think is going on in command?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like doing, I don't know, experiments or something that isn't necessarily in the best interest of everyone.
You know, those sound like Doug
Perhaps.
thoughts, first off.
Yeah, that's
I know, right? I've been listening to Doug too much. I don't know. I think maybe they don't understand what's going on or something
Okay.
fully either. But
Oh?
we're in a dire situation in general, just existing in the world how it
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah, but these people seem to be saying that, yes, the situation is dire, but in theory, if we stopped messing with it, we could exist like people are existing all over the world. We just probably couldn't have something like Street, and we couldn't have a big, rich community, but we could still live, is what they seem to be saying. And that if you keep messing with the portals and stuff, that you might force one open and not be able to stop it, or something might come through that destroys Street and then it kills everyone else, you know, over time or something like that.
right.
But what they're really asking for is, we want to set up meetings, we want representation, we want we do want to stop Street, but right now we just want to be involved in the process. And then when the other side says, yeah, okay, we can work on that, we can get a Zoom meeting set up, they're not moving.
Right. They don't want to work with them because they don't want to dismantle Street.
Oh no, Street is agreeing
Right?
to have the
Oh.
meetings and stuff. The
Oh,
people,
I misunderstood.
the protesters aren't moving. They're still
just,
standing there.
Got it. So they do. Okay. Got it.
It's just to
So
get
they
our
don't
public
really
image
want-
on the gutter.
Yeah.
so
Don't really
I think what
want.
he's trying to say, if you don't mind, is he's saying all of their demands are met, and yet they're still not moving.
Right.
Because they
Okay.
are here just to be a lose-lose scenario for us. If we shoot, we're the bad guys. If we don't shoot, they get time to steal our mech and do everything they want to.
Here you go. Enjoy this roll. Sort of a perception, making a connection kind of roll.
Oh, that's probably Soto then.
Oh no, well it was for you because you said it out loud.
Oh, no, but Gob said it, not Graves. Graves
Okay,
is just
fine.
still trying to
Gob,
like.
that's
Here
fine
you
because
go.
Gob is rolling the dice.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah. God
Sure.
can roll the dice.
Sure.
19.
Oh, damn.
Hey!
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't say it didn't roll either.
You're getting well, first off, you've been working out. It's been a long, stressful
Yeah.
week of working out. This is taking a long time. It doesn't make
Sore all over.
sense. It feels like you're taking a lot of time here.
Time. They're buying time for something. If it's not for the guys inside, then what would it be? Shoot. Oh, okay. I'll step up.
Okay.
I'll raise my hands once again.
Okay.
I'll say,
We're in the back.
all right.
What'd you say,
Here's
Doug?
an
Hold on,
ultimatum.
Hold on. What'd you say, Doug?
I said sir in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sir in the back.
We want charcuterie boards. We want charcuterie boards.
Here's an ultimatum. And after that, I can't guarantee anything else is going to happen in a peaceful way.
Ultimatums. That's what my ex-wife gave me.
We desperately need to go in. And it's... Your demands will be met, and let it be known that you will have your meetings, and you will be heard as you want. You won. You can disperse now. Can you hear that, everyone? You can disperse now. Your demands will be met as quickly and swiftly as possible.
We hear you.
We can't. We have guns pointed at us.
Yeah, they're all still holding their guns. The military here is gonna kill us as soon as we lay down our arms.
Whew, I don't think I have the authority to tell them to lower their guns. I guess I do. I'm a lieutenant colonel.
Graves, can I have a word with you? Back here quickly.
What's going on?
The hostages. If we engage with these and try and save these hostages first, we either save all the hostages at once, or we choose a group. The group inside are the engineers, the people that we need to keep street running. I don't really know how we get them safe, and that has to be. It's awful, but that has to be our priority. Ideally, we get both groups safe, but
if we de-escalate,
and we need to really
and
save Doug, because he is also very valuable as a pilot.
If we tell
And his outreach program for farming and teaching children farming is really helping the community.
First of all, that's bullshit. Second of all, if we tell our troops to lower their guns, what do you think will happen?
No, I'm saying I think these people out front, if we can't think of a solution now with commanding themselves, they are doomed, because our focus has to be the people in the back. We have to breach and kill the people holding the hostages as quick as possible, because I don't think they're going to let them free. Whatever they're doing, that they are stalling. They're holding hostages for a reason, and I can't believe that they'd want the mechs and not the engineers.
Right. Do you have a quick way inside then?
We can get through the breach, but there's 8 people in there, and there's other people potentially in other rooms, but...
Damn, if they only had a cannon that can shoot you in the sky and make you parachute.
I think if we get everyone but Doug together, we could maybe breach and clear. We might lose some, and that's awful to think, but
I
we're
think the
better
people
off
at the
losing
front,
some than everyone.
Yeah, I honestly think they probably have orders not to shoot the engineers, because if they need mechs, they need these people.
Fair enough.
They're the ones
All right,
that
lead
run
the way
these
then.
machines. No, I'm saying if we breach that, we might have those ones at the front turn around. If we put our people behind cover, they feel like they can take cover in the building. So we don't immediately shoot. They might keep those people alive, maybe, and turn around to engage us inside. But right, my theory is if we lay some charges at the end of the hall, away from the hostages, and away from the kingdom as well, it will cause a distraction. They either shoot the hostages or they don't, and they turn, and then we can attack from both sides.
Fair enough. I will trust your tactical judgment any time over mine.
Well, yeah. Then I'll have to clear it at command, but I do not like how long they're taking in there. We don't know where Doug's mech is.
Doug's mech is also in there.
Okay.
There's 3 mechs in there.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I thought they were in different rooms because you
well,
just talking about.
Yeah, it's like a big sort of space for the mechs, and then different space where the hostages are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, I'll get suited up.
We'll have to get command on the board because
command will send soldiers with you. Of course, it's just not going to be stealthy.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, inside, Parko, what you doing? Parko is silent and listening to music.
Sorry, say that again. Yeah, I was.
No problem.
Faint.
What are you doing in the building?
I'm basically holding down the mech room, in case any other incursions happen, because, we cannot lose the mechs, as everybody keeps saying, for the safety of humanity. I guess sweeping sensors and stuff for people that are in here.
Oh, sweeping
Anybody
sensors.
still in the other mech?
Here you go.
I don't like how he says that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's rolling it like hard. Oh, Jesus. 6.
Oh.
Got stopped by the table, man. That's bad luck. Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's why the R is better.
Crazy. Your senses are overwhelmed by some crazy loud music.
I got +2 to spot, so it'd be an 8.
But 8. Something's interfering with your sensors.
Oh,
Close
flick-
range. Something's interfering.
let me flick a few switches, try it a second time, and then ask command if they're seeing this.
Command. Well, comms are going through, so it doesn't seem like it's like a like radio wave sort of jammer or anything like that. It's more like we're getting some sort of reading or sensing something from the building, but the only thing in there besides our communication stuff is the mechs.
There's all right, let's take a look at the mechs again then, I guess.
Okay, you gonna stay in yours?
Am I sure the bodies are not moving on the ground?
Oh, the bodies are not moving. Yeah.
All right, let's pull my
one of
sidearm
them's
out of
through the
wherever
wall,
it's stashed. Yeah, we'll pull my sidearm wherever it's stashed out there, and then
Okay.
let's get out and go take a look.
All right. You gonna look at the other mechs?
Yeah, let's go examine the other mechs now.
Cool. When you hop in to what's his name? Graves? Graves' mech?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Ah. Uh-oh. Ah, not this again. But it's not purple. We can mess with it.
6, 7.
Counting down.
Is that it? Let's see. Oh wait, how do I do this? Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
There's a countdown timer on his mech.
Yes. Installed
Oh,
into the self-destruct buttons.
What was that, Parker?
Whoa, oh my god, it's gonna blow! It's gonna blow!
Okay,
Where's
we
the
gotta go, we
autopilot?
gotta
Where's the
go,
autopilot
Grace.
button?
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna deploy my thermite charge on the back wall.
Do you
with
have
the crew
autopilot
and point-
installed in your mech?
I don't. Well, my new
No.
mech would have.
no?
No, it wouldn't. Never mind.
No? Alright, cool. Then there is no autopilot, Parker.
Damn it! Where's the red wire?
Wait, let me check, because I did just upgrade it, but I don't think I put it in.
Okay, yeah, no rush.
Yeah, no rush. Yeah, there's no. Sorry. No.
Alright. Are you gonna tell command what's happening?
Yeah, I'm going command. We're gonna breach. Parker said there's an explosive in the mech. He said there's a timer. He didn't say how long.
Parko, what's the timer? What's the timer at?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, at 5 minutes, we'll clear the whole building no matter what happens.
What's that? I'm just gonna say this as well to Graves, like a local constant.
Yeah.
Graves, do you think this is too much of a coincidence that they want us to stop investigating the portals? This is a military action to destroy the mechs.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
This could be this sort of a civilization they were talking about.
there's a lot of
And if this keep-
weird coincidence going on.
I think Doug's gonna get his nuclear wish at this point.
Yeah, he does keep telling us about this Fallout thing. All right, we breaching?
At 5 minutes, we're breaching.
Well,
Okay.
No, I think they're leveling
Street
the
is going
building
to
at 5
take
minutes.
everything out. Every person out of this building at 5 minutes.
Oh, right, we're going now. Okay.
Okay.
I put the thumb out a reasonable way away from where the hostages were, based on my own visual, gas work.
Okay. You just throw
in
it?
breach of the team. No, I attach it to the wall. It's a
Oh,
charge,
okay. Well, sure.
like a mine. So yeah, I get that, and then as soon as Graves is ready to go through the side entrance, I would blade this open and go in with my team.
Okay. You guys
Everybody's
give me
Soto joining
counsel.
us?
I'll do a 5-second countdown.
Yeah, Soto, what are you doing?
I mean, I would start moving that way. I don't know if I'm even gonna get there in time.
Let's see.
I don't know distance, so
Even
I
if
do
it's-
have
You
get somewhere
you drag my
quickly
corpse
plus
out.
2 though.
Okay, yeah, then if you have a skill to do it, then that makes sense. You're like prepped and ready to do this jump. You drove a Jeep there or something, so you could drive back. The thermite goes off. These people react like kind of dumb, I guess, and turn and start shooting towards it, like they think they're being breached from that side.
Yep.
So they like
waiting.
They like take cover and start firing down the hallway towards the thermite.
Right, Graves, this is your time. Going behind them.
Okay. I'll try to sneak in and get into a safe position.
All right, cool.
Good hardy cover.
And are you gonna attack them?
Where's my
You've got this kind of time. It doesn't matter what it is.
I know. Okay, I found it. Yeah, I'll pull out my medium signature weapon and I'll shit, I kind of want to. There are 8 people here?
Don't have time.
Fine, I'll shoot to kill. I'll choose the closest target.
Okay, cool. Just roll your die. Any die, it doesn't matter.
Okay. 13 plus probably something? I don't know.
Yeah, at least 2, I would assume.
4 damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just 4 because I got the same.
You fire and kill 2 of them. The rest of the team pushes through. And starts firing. You shoot from the other side. If you'll roll this as well.
That works better. Yeah.
Oof, 6.
Oof. Only a 6.
You take out
I don't know
one.
what bonuses.
The firefight continues. Soda rolls up from behind. If you'll roll also.
What am I rolling?
Just this. D20. Just hit it.
Oops, sorry. I didn't hit it. I picked it. I was off the screen.
Oh gosh. She shows up late. She's missing. She's firing into the building.
I don't have my sidearm.
Yeah. They're missing also.
Successfully breached.
So y'all take out the rest of them. The hostages are pretty safe. You hear a bunch of firefighting occur outside. Everybody's shooting outside now. Doug, the people behind you and next to you are shooting guns, and people are shooting back at you.
Doug, the timer!
Doug.
You're gonna duck and run?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. If you'll roll this.
Go to the cafeteria. I go to the hospital. The cafeteria.
If you'll roll this to
Wow.
just
Try to get
see
you.
how you escape. Oh, he's throwing it.
Here we go.
Oh, he hit Soda with it. 7. You take a round of the arm. You don't know which side it comes from.
Stick.
But yeah,
Purple heart. Nice.
you move away. What's happening inside? Parko, you good?
I'm going to the engineers.
I know how
Go
to
to my
blow stuff
room.
up. I have blow something up +4 to explosives. I could disarm this for sure.
I mean, it's gonna blow up no matter what. But yeah, if you want to try and disarm it, that's cool. Here you go.
No matter what he says.
Yeah.
We do have evasion levels on our armor, just saying.
Yeah, we do. But he got hit, just hit.
3.
7 plus
7. You're sure it's gonna blow up.
It's gonna blow! Oh my god, it's gonna blow! It's gonna bomb worse than my first concert!
Parko, stop shouting over the comms!
You can try and
the mechs are
remove
designed
it.
to blow up.
Activate the bunker.
Yeah, you can
Activate
try.
all
I'm not
the
in that mech, it's in
shields
the other
on-
mech, but that's a good idea. Yeah,
Activate all the
where's Doug's
shields.
mech? We're gonna go. I'm gonna get out of my mech,
Uh-huh.
or whichever mech I'm in currently, the one that's rigged to blow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find Doug's mech,
Okay.
and I'm gonna activate his shield protocol.
Okay, what's it do?
It drops like a shield over him. Wouldn't it help contain the explosion? Does it keep
He
things
also
in
has
as well as-
He also has a bunker as well.
Okay. Is it capable of like coming off of the mech and putting around the device or something?
Yeah,
It's like deployable. I think
It's
his
that
shield's
shield
like a
generator.
deployable thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you just
we're-
got to get the bomb off then.
Well, excuse me. I was assuming more that we would just deploy the shield generator around the mech and contain the explosion.
Well, it's in the other mech. It's in Graves's mech. The bomb is in Graves's mech. Going to set off the self-destruct. So you would protect one mech if you protect the mech you're in.
Two
I
minutes.
was wanting to
think he's-
deploy.
No, he wants to put it
Yeah, go ahead,
around
sorry.
the.
I think what I was saying is it's going to blow it up anyway.
Yeah, you're gonna lose at least one mech currently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but I
want
think he wants
to-
to put the generator around the mech that has the bomb in it, so it contains the explosion.
There's a lot of thinking we don't have time for right now. We need action.
Graves, they're gonna blow up your mech.
That's what he's. That's what he's.
Yeah,
Graves.
I was going to blow up Graves' mech.
Go secure the way for the hostages. I'm going to try and get some of these people to help disarm the bombs.
Yeah,
I'm going to get a team
I'm
of
gonna help.
trained engineers.
Oh snap! That's a
Go
good
help.
point.
out of the building.
They
Yeah.
are engineers.
I'm getting them out, I'm getting in the building to save them.
all right. Pick an engineer
Oh.
with this role.
Okay. I
Or
pick up someone who
a
looks
team.
really. Yeah.
Yeah.
A team that looks not like shaken that much. Ah, damn it. 9 plus
9?
whatever that mecha
Okay.
that engineer has.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll this. Ooh, 1.
Okay.
All right.
Also-
What are you doing, Soda?
That means
He'll have some
first.
base. He'll have
Can
some
I
base.
also
skill,
kind of look for engineer?
Sure. Yeah. Roll. Hit R. Yeah. Okay.
I wasn't clicked in.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's
So
full
now
of-
there's 2 engineers working on it. I'm gonna roll
Oh, send another one from
Okay,
the ones
sure.
I'm saving.
10.
You look like you're competent. Go.
13. All right. So there's 3 of them. I'm gonna roll this twice. Let's go higher than 15. Oh, snap,
Hey!
20! The engineers are all in this mech and managed to pull it off before it goes off. But they're sweating. Like, these are just people you pulled from the floor of a hostage situation and said,
Oh, yeah,
go
I'm with
fix
them.
this.
I'm with them. I'm sweating. I've been shot at.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
Right. And then I'm going to try.
Immediately
we gotta keep moving.
communicate back. We gotta communicate back immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll,
we don't
I'll
explode the
still
whole
be
building.
clearing the way.
The command is saying, like, if you can't get the bomb out, just get out. Like, we need you and we need the mechs, but we need you to pilot the mechs. Training new people is ridiculous at this point. Like, they're arguing with you. You're pulling people off the floor. They're getting in. They're arguing with each other and pulling wires and stuff off. And then they manage to get the device free of the self-destruct, and it stops at 11 seconds. And the guy holding it is just like shaking with it in his hands, but it doesn't blow up after 11 seconds. And then he just like sets it down and lays down on the ground.
Yeah.
The firefight has died down outside. As you emerge, there's lots of dead bodies out here. They're all over the place.
Damn.
Sucks, Grace, but we had to save the engineers, and it paid off. I know Parker was gonna. He had a plan, but we left.
Yeah,
at
no,
least
we got
one
it.
mech
That's
destroyed.
better. Yeah, no, that's better.
I don't know what's
He
going on,
says
but
begrudgingly. Music suddenly turned up louder for no apparent reason.
there's something very fishy going on, and it started with the apparent sabotage a couple months ago, and now there's
Yeah.
another cable getting cut. There's something
Hey.
afoot, and
Well, for the record,
I think we
an
should just.
inside person.
the cable was
This may
a
sound
portal,
like Doug.
for the record.
Yeah. This may sound
Hear
like a
the voice
Doug
of God.
thought, but I think we should check this building for a portal.
Okay.
And I think we should get Dr. Lum in here as well to see these residuals, because they came from nowhere, this force.
yeah, let's secure the area. That sounds like a good plan.
All right, cool. You secure the area with your mechs if you'd like. That's fine.
Apocalypse Rail charge to full. No, just kidding.
The building
No
is
full auto in
vibrating.
buildings.
Cool. You're welcome to like do any research you want, I guess, if you want to check the scene and stuff like that. Doug, you're being treated for gunshot wound to the arm.
Yeah, get my medal.
I don't get a medal for joining a protest.
Yeah, you should get a medal in between your wrists called a handcuff.
I need my. No, I'm just trying to get to the cafeteria. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Next session is the military tribunal against Doug.
Oh no, the timer restarted.
Oh no! Quick, throw it away!
Throw it away.
Hear it.
Damn. Today was not a session I was thinking it was gonna be. Well, so do we have like a few days ahead or
for sure.
Okay. So we would go over the incident with the higher ups, right?
Yeah,
The
of
higher
course.
echelon?
Yeah. Debrief as always. This one's more like step by step. What happened? Why were you there? Kind of thing. Lots of people brought in to investigate.
Right. I'll in this meeting I'll bring up the subject and say, do we not know of any popular group or terrorist group within Street itself? Because this could not have come out like out of nowhere. We had to have some suspicion, some group that, I don't know.
Group that had the public's ear as well, enough to get them grouped up before they were taken hostage as well.
We do, of course, monitor all sorts of groups and organizations, even outside of Street. It's not like the dissolution of so many countries didn't lead to upset in a lot of pockets of the world or differing opinions. And of course, as we need the strongest minds and strongest people here, we of course bring people from all over the world. We do vet them, but with the recent advances in technology and experimentation, at least early reports seem to indicate that a group that's been here sort of the whole time has found stronger footing, as it were, and it looks like they took this opportunity to make their presence known.
Do we know now that it happened
horrors.
anything about this group?
Upon identifying all of these people by their records that we have, it does seem like they have been here in Street for quite a while. Some of them even back to the founding of Street in 2070, I think it was. Anyway, but I'm sure you know, people's opinions change over time, and seeing something like the portal seems to have aggravated them, at least from what we can gather from conversations with their friends and relatives.
To destroy the mechs, that's suicide. Like,
Right.
This place is still too big. If you haven't, it will create portals, and they'd have no way to defend themselves. It seems insane.
That is absolutely true.
Something weird going on. Who gave these guns to these people? Like, some of them were real old guns, like was Kalashnikovs or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Some of these weapons may have been brought over from overseas. Well, everywhere's overseas from here. It's Australia. Some of them are military individuals. For example, we saw someone who appeared to look like Doug. We have interrogated the individual. He admitted to it. and said he was part of this faction. So we will be placing him into detention. However,
Nice save.
yeah.
Identity
Understood.
theft is no joke. Millions suffer every year. Well, good to know that our Doug isn't a terrorist.
It in an hour wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Well, Doug does have alternative views on a lot of stuff, and he's welcome to express them, but also he's part of the team and part of the mission, and to lose him would be devastating to the team, whatever you're called. I think Jones was saying team
Don't.
6 or
Don't.
something.
No, don't.
I thought it was SG1, but okay.
Well, yeah, we did decide that once, didn't we?
SG1? What does that stand for?
Group 1.
Street Group 1. Perfect.
That was pretty good. I don't remember that, but it's pretty good.
I think she came up with that literally last time we had this conversation, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, Street Group 1. That is what's on the books.
Still very odd that something like this could happen out of nowhere. I still want to know who supplied these weapons. Like, remember Russia? Russia was a thing. Well, it's not anymore, but where are these weapons coming from?
Based on the fact they spoke Brazilian, it does seem like they came from Central or South
Africa,
America.
Of course.
Cabana.
Didn't they, like, try the whole unification thing back in 2058 and it went south? Anyway, that's
Well-
unimportant.
They're all always south, but yes, I think so.
Aren't we in
Hey, it's got a lot of
Australia?
states.
Aren't they north of us?
Oh, true. Yeah, it went north. Yeah.
State of it was the state of the Amazonas. Minas Gerais.
Yeah, the miniature
Close.
rice state. They could probably come from there. That's a wild place, I hear.
Yeah.
Gerais.
Well, anyway, this it just rubs me off the wrong way.
Yeah, this is a bit unnerving.
Unfortunately, in protecting all of the people of the world, we protect people who don't agree with us too.
Paraguay.
Well,
You're gay.
I'm sure this will be a grim day in our history if we have one.
Yes. Our record keepers will keep track of this, and of course, we're going to continue the investigation.
Well, thankfully,
yeah,
no
I've-
portal opened.
I'd
Yeah,
also
that
like
was
to
lucky.
recommend these 3 engineers for the highest medal we can give them
Oh, sure.
Agreed.
Yeah.
for disabling the bomb.
Which
Yeah,
engineers are those?
Well,
Uh,
Kyle was
Kyle?
insurmountable.
Engineer Kyle?
Yeah,
Nice.
great help.
Anthea. She was great under
Antheo?
pressure. Anthea.
Anthea, okay.
That's a common female name, huh?
Yeah, I know.
In 2070.
Soto, who did you have working on this project when you grabbed them randomly from the floor?
I honestly couldn't even tell you their name.
That's
King,
unfortunate.
do you know who that was?
Not really, no. Sorry.
Well, we'll ask
I'm
into
so bad
that.
at
Quite
names.
embarrassing.
Like I don't really hang out with engineers.
We've just spent how long making our own mechs, and you didn't learn the names?
Well, no, we were in a different
this?
place though. Those were different engineers.
I hear they immediately left
Hey.
Street after the incident, like they couldn't handle it anymore.
I
No, that's
see.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's too sad.
That would be a terrible loss. No, I'm just kidding. They're probably
So,
around. We should.
Why would you
probably
kid
ask
about
them.
that?
You know, there's
How the time?
different methods of dealing with stress.
Yeah. Maybe you should try the
That's
gym
true.
again, buddy.
Or are you going to the gym?
Well,
Music I found
no-
has been the best.
well, I mean, you know, I've been.
I got a couple
working
old
out, you know.
bands you can listen to.
Well,
you
if you
go.
ever need to spar, let me know.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You know what? I'll hit you up and we'll train and spot or whatever it is that we do.
There's
Your
a
favorite machine.
there's a
I
poster
mean, they've
on
got
the
plenty
wall.
of spotters there, but
I start weirdly flexing like I know what I'm saying.
There's a poster on the wall for Doug's relaxing goat yoga.
I didn't know I had
Goat
goats.
yoga.
I'm sure you have goats, right?
Yeah, they eat the whatever field.
Yeah.
It's like one of
They'll
those-
eat
mediocre.
weeds or something.
Yeah.
Wait, sheep, goats, something with it. Sure.
How organic of
Yeah, we
you.
have a pet. Yeah, we have a petting zoo.
Petting zoo and goat
petting
yoga.
zoo.
Perfect.
Don't fire the apocalypse
A pony,
trail
a
there.
pony ride.
Oh, it's charging.
It's under the
I'm
bridge, under the freeway, so it doesn't get hit.
going to go and winterproof my Mac before it starts snowing.
Okay.
Oh, wait, aren't we? Does it snow here?
Braves, we're in the southern hemisphere.
But
Australia, though.
like
Australia.
it's Bendigo, isn't it, or some other place in
Wait,
Australia?
where
I
are we
don't
in
remember
Australia?
where.
Because if it's in the center, no, it's a desert.
The very first south.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Sydney? Not Sydney. Carnegie. Let me make sure.
It's upside down, so it snows where it usually doesn't.
Oh yeah, it was Carnegie. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like underneath objects, where it's
Cool.
Works
Any further upkeep or recap or anything? Questions?
Draw, untap,
Uh-huh.
upkeep.
Nice.
I will let's see. Well, my mech almost got blown up, but
Yeah.
it does have some changes.
Okay. Yeah, y'all
let's
can
see.
work on. I figured small changes would happen at the central lab, and then more extreme changes up at the Maxine's lab because their mechs blew up. So they'll continue to work on theirs up there, and yours will be re-outfitted in the central location. And then once those mechs are done, they'll be moved down, and we'll deal with that next time, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Woo. Well done, everyone.
um,
Good job.
That was a crazy session. I thought we were gonna fight like
Yeah.
a giant snake this time, or another pet, like that dragon
but
one.
it's
That
just
would be cool.
people.
Just
stupid
people.
Unless it's something like the I forgot the number, but that angel from Evangelion, and it's an actual person, and it gets into Shinji's mind, and it got into all these people's mind and made them rebel or something. Yeah, I
Wow.
don't know.
Okay.
Well,
Probably
you'll
thinking
never know. They're dead.
too deep into this. Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
Good job. Next time, we'll do some other stuff. I was gonna say some stuff, but I was like, no, never mind.
Great.
But yeah,
What are we
license
doing
level
next
Doing
three.
some other
Yeah.
stuff, not the script stuff.
Make sure
And,
that's in the recap.
Yeah. Put that in the recap.
Fuck the recap. Hold
I'll recap. Don't worry.
on. No, I got it.
No, we need a journal entry. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot. I can't promise a journal entry, but you'll have your recap
Okay.
full of everyone's contributions.
Even Doug's.
Even Doug.
Censored.
Fake Doug's.
Gotta make sure it's censored though. The Doug look-alike. Definitely not Doug.
Y'all know Doug was there, for the record.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They just found a
okay.
full guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
Oh man, poor guy.
Yes.
He looks slightly like him. It's not even. if you had them side by side, you could totally tell that they're
Yeah.
not the same people. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Good job. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
Time.
session.
At license level
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you get access to new cool guns and stuff like that probably, so check it out.
I upgraded my
Yeah.
shit. I got like a gigantic siege cannon on my other shoulder now. It's it's ridiculous.
Yeah, my new minigun takes up 2 weapon slots because it's a super heavy
Yeah.
weapon.
Mine too. It's so fun.
I'm literally going to bring 7 guns next time.
Dang it. I'm still just having 3 swords.
Yikes. Oh, I worked out why you were getting, sometimes you get a extra hit with an auxiliary weapon. If you have an auxiliary weapon on a mount, and you, let's say you've got like a main and auxiliary on the same mount, which is or just an auxiliary. If you use one of those, you can use the other if it's auxiliary. So you get like a free attack.
Okay.
It has to be on the same mount though, so if you have like a flex mount or a aux mount.
Yeah, I
So
kind
for
of switched
example-
around, so I have a heavy mount.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't have one on my other frame, so. Well, if I have an box space open.
I think, yeah, it probably won't work.
Cool, cool, cool.
Oh, one other thing I did want to point out, I was wrong about boosting multiple times in the turn. Apparently you can't do that. Finally found the line that said it. I was looking forever. Yeah, you can't do the same action regardless of what it is.
Oh, so we should have only been boosting once.
Yeah, these people would have got nowhere the entire round. I'm glad we have trucks to move us now.
Yeah, yeah. Imagine me if I spawned far away. Well, I actually I got pretty good range, so that's not as bad.
Yeah.
But I walk 2 spaces, guys. 2 spaces.
Well, Ewok took like what 4 turns just to get in range of the portal. It would have
the
actually
last
been
time
closer
was
to.
ridiculous.
It would have been closer to 12 turns.
Oof.
I also upped my
Jeez.
agility on my mech with the license level 3, so now I can move 4 spaces.
Hey.
Nice. That's the same as me. My new mic.
Guys, remember my apocalypse rail? Remember
No.
that it dealt like 46 damage when it was
Yeah.
charged? Well, now my siege cannon does 46 damage at any time. Just boom.
Yeah. The next
It's
monster we get is going to be
ridiculous.
insane though, because
Yeah.
Heart's going to just be able to go insane mode.
Are you still here?
Insane mode.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Stop spilling our
Oh
secrets.
no, we
Oh,
can't
sorry.
start
I didn't
that.
know y'all were having a team meeting. My bad. You're welcome to.
All right, huddle up.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
All right. I just thought we were hanging out. I'll see y'all later also. Have a wonderful whatever. Bye.
Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts. Have hearts.